What's up with it, guys? What's up with it, guys? Welcome back. Just trying to get everything set up. So we got the new Soulbinds, which I actually didn't know was coming out today. So I'm actually really excited to test this out. Plan is just to kind of chill, hang out before we have raid tonight. We got heroic Castle Nathria. I think everything on the stream is okay and all set up. We're in queue for a BG here. It should be popping any minute now. And let's go ahead and throw on. We also are able to hit 25% verse, which is pretty nuts. Where's my other ring? 24. What am I missing? Oh, wrong ring. Boom. 25% verse. Going into this BG. So we're going to be playing this kind of setup for the BGs. And then we're going to go for raid. I'm going to play our kind of normal build that we've been playing. Upgraded demonic synergy here to rank 2. Just kind of quick little updates on everything. So and then this is the third Soulbind tree. Now, we lose a potency conduit running this tree as opposed to like if we're running Plague. But this ends up being with my current gear without flasks, without potions, without anything. This is like 50-ish intellect. Just passive all the time. Like ignoring the whatever this upon death effect is. I haven't died or almost died yet trying to do this, so I have to see how this plays out, which is why I'm kind of excited to try these BGs and see how this interacts. But 50 intellect all the time is pretty insane as far as value. If you're going to try and equate like trading out Born of Blood, I think this is going to be pretty insane. This is also going to scale with gear as we get higher gear. This is going to scale just like with everything, flasks, int potions, celestial guidance enchant, like all this stuff just scales. I'll show you guys exactly how this works out here in a second, but I'm going to try this tonight for raid. I also think I'm going to try out demonic synergy tonight for raid because I'm really liking this helm. I want to set up a weakauras to track it on my pet as well, because I think the skill cap is going to get to where I'm managing the uptime, and if I have it on my pet, then you kind of switch your priority of like soul strike and demonic strength when your pet has the 15% buff, right? So that's kind of like a little more min-maxy, but I want to test that out a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I can definitely can run the, switch this here, like a DPS trinket here in this setup if we're going to be playing this build like this. However, Battle Masters is actually really nice because it gives you so much survivability. Okay, it looks like everything uploaded fine. You unlock that Soulbind from the campaign, right? Yeah, you just do the balance of the campaign, and once you finish it, you unlock the last Soulbind. It's for every covenant. Everyone unlocks it today, which I didn't know because I was trying to figure out, because it just kept saying like all of these were saying like need to complete covenant, and then this was saying renown 29, so I knew it was before renown 29, but I didn't know we were getting it today. One last thing to mention is that I'm running Fell Celerity here. I'll talk about this too before the raid in like an hour or so, hour and a half. But with this finesse conduit, we can actually resummon our Felguard during our burst window in PvE. So I think having one finesse conduit in Seething Shore is not ideal, but having one finesse conduit is actually going to be pretty significant for PvE, at least if you're playing this, amplified health build setup kind of thing. Also, I have, you guys can see my setup here is like a little bit different, my UI and all that, because I have a new monitor. So if anything kind of is like weird or like off the screen or anything like that, just tell me, because I tried to kind of clean all of it up as much as I could, but we're still kind of getting used to the whole new monitor. I'm like not using the ultra wide monitor because I figured it would be better for you guys, better for content stuff. So if anything's a little small or kind of hard to see or read or anything like that, just let me know, because I'm been trying to play with it all, trying to move it around and get it all dialed in. I'm real curious to try out the this, like, what happens when I die. Like, does this scale, does this reduce all my pets damage and everything as well? Like, I'm real curious to see how this thing works out. This is not really a great BG to test it out. I'm not a huge fan of seething shore, but it's okay, it'll be fun. I got hellstones, right? Yeah. Okay. Where they at? Where they at? Oh, is it doing the bug where they're attacking in the sky? I think I actually just canceled that. Oh no. Someone... What the hell? Who's attacking me? Pet stun. I'm just gonna try and cap. Dude, who is attacking me? Is it this guy? Oh. Now he MC'd him. Alright. Alright, fine. We'll fight you. We'll fight you. Big demon bolt. I'm gonna go one more hand. I'm actually gonna go on this priest here. Tyrant. It's fade. I'm gonna swap over here to the hunter. You should be able to die right here. Oh, where's my pet? There he is. There you are, Isaac. Come on, Isaac. Oh no, we might die here. There's a bunch of them. Okay, we're gonna test out the... Oh! Okay. So I just stay alive this whole time. They literally can't kill me. That's pretty cool. Do I have a cooldown on it? It just happens every single time I die. That's really weird, but that's also pretty awesome. How long have you been playing Demonology for? I just started playing it at the beginning of this expansion. So like at the beginning of every expansion, I basically, like in the pre-patch, like test out a bunch of different specs that I think look fun. And kind of usually we'll decide what I'm going to play in that expansion, at least initially, from, you know, like what's kind of the most enjoyable at the start. So we've only been playing Demo. I have had a Warlock as like an alt in some capacity for a long time, but as far as like playing Demo specifically a lot, it is really just only this expansion. Pod. Okay, I switched to Demonology. To Demonology, I'm not very good, but it's fun. I've always been Affliction until Shadowlands. Which legendary is best for Demonology, and is haste better than Mastery or Crit? So, the more that I play Demonology, the longer that answer gets. Because Demonology, to me right now, Demonology, of every spec that I can think of, like, period, has the most options as far as different things you can play regarding legendaries, talents, just playstyle in general, and some are gonna be better. This is so cool, dude. Does my pet still attack? So I'm literally unkillable during this time. Dude, people are gonna get so mad about this. I'm literally just immune for 10 seconds and can just keep messing with people. That's so funny. You can sit there and cast fear. So, Mr. Doug, the answer is more long-winded. Demonology has a lot of playstyle options depending on what kind of content you're doing. Like, for example, talent-wise, you can definitely be going like a Dreadlash from the Shadows type playstyle focused around like implosions and your Dreadstalkers. in which case you can use the Implosion Legendary and or even like the Dread Stalker Legendary or Handable Dam Legend. Like there's all these different options of stuff, and it's not necessarily like this one is always going to be better. If you don't know exactly what playstyle you really want the most, or like which ones you enjoy the most, I would suggest like Demonic Synergy or Horn Nightmare or Wilfred's, because those are kind of like catch-all legendaries that are just kind of always good, right? I don't have anything I can do here. Can these guys kick me when I die like this? Okay, I can be stunned. Can you kick me though? That's so funny, dude. I literally just am unkillable. That seems like that's gonna be kind of OP. Kind of cool. The thing that's kind of cool about this is if I'm like, same PvP, right? This happens, like my damage is reduced, but like I can still fear, right? Like my CC is not reduced, just my damage. I can still interrupt, I can still pet stun, I can still fear, so you can still do like all your utility off that. I don't know like how many situations that's gonna be super helpful in, but it's kind of cool. Okay, let's get this guy. Dude, I'm getting like, I'm like just jumping into the worst situations. I keep just getting like 5v1. We got wrecked there. Okay, that Soulbind's pretty cool though. Pretty impressive. And the fact that we have that cool unkillable mechanic thing at the end, and we have 50 int passive. We can queue some skirms too. I'm curious to see how if it procs in arena. I'm assuming it does if pod does, right? But so Doug, if you're doing PvP, I have been prioritizing a lot of verse. Haste is generally the stat I would prefer. Like in a perfect world, all my gear is versatility and haste. Mastery can be really good if you're going, like for example, if you were running Demonic Synergy and you're running a setup like this where you have Soul Strike and Demonic Strength and you're playing off of your pet's damage, I would be going like Demonic Consumption as well, and you stack a bunch of Mastery, that could be good, right? Because you're kind of catering your playstyle to being very like strong and very, very big damage when it comes to your actual minions. I found that I like the way having a good amount of haste feels. I think haste sims the highest, like it's arguably our most valuable secondary stat right now. But I basically have been going verse haste because that's what you want in PvP, and it's still very good in a PvE environment. Versatility is always good because it reduces the damage you take. That paired with like demon skin makes us just super, super tanky. So versatility and haste are the two stats that I personally aim for. The other thing that I'm not a huge fan of is if you go a lot of mastery, this build, like this setup I'm playing right now with Sacrifice Souls, I want to be running Power Siphon here too, is more based on like our Demon Bolt damage, right? Demon Bolt benefits 0 from your mastery. So the thing that I don't like about mastery, if you were to try and stack it, is that it kind of pigeonholes you into only being able to play one play style, or really like focus on one aspect of demonology. And if you focus on like haste, crit, and verse, then that gives you at least the flexibility to kind of play either way. Hopefully that makes sense. This guy's just going ham like right off the bat or what? So my pet in, I'm gonna still fleshcraft here in the opener. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so used to I saw this hunter and I hit my hunter's harpoon keybind. Oh shit. Okay, we're going this guy. Got big damage right here. I'm gonna catch. Oh, he turtled that. we get it? Can we get it? He's gonna kick me here. Coil. Nice. This is pretty annoying. It's DR Fear on the Pally here. I'm gonna go ahead and Fear the Hunter. Shoot, I don't really have anything for this. Oh my gosh, I just walled and coiled right there too, and the heal didn't go off. That sucks. Thank you, Eli Case 2. Your gear looks awesome. Sorry about spelling. I mean, you spelled everything perfectly. No need to apologize about spelling, my man. Yeah, so this, I probably should have gone Pally there. I don't know, maybe try to CC the Hunter. But so for PvP, if you guys are focusing PvP, I definitely would be trying to stack as much verse as you can, because it's just so strong all around. But this Demon Bolt build, I need to practice this setup, because this is very different. Very, very, very different than the Demonic Consumption playstyle with like Grimoire Felguard. The way your kind of positioning is different, like what you're prioritizing is different, your burst windows are different. So despite the fact that you're still playing Demonology, it's just a very different kind of mentality to be in. But I will say it's super fun. Playing this with Demonic Synergy is a lot of fun. We'll see. I was playing, I did some RBGs with this setup and was like getting 16k crit Demon Bolts. Like basically it's every 45 seconds. Every time you have Decimating Bolt up and you just hold Power Siphon for your Decimating Bolt. And it just was insane. It was so strong. Is my volume okay, guys? I like had to move my mic. So my mic is kind of far away from me. Just let me know if anything is kind of odd volume wise or quality wise, just so I know, because this is the first time streaming with this setup. Do you not want Grimoire for the extra stun? So Grimoire, in these situations, it would probably be better. Like in these random skirmishes, Grimoire would probably be good. But Inner Demons has a lot of consistency, which is very, very nice, and it pairs very well with Sacrifice Souls because you're kind of just constantly having more minions out. So it's just kind of preference. The thing I don't like about having Grimoire is it makes your Tyrant feel a little bit like iffy, you know? Volume's fine. Okay, thanks guys. It makes it so like you either want to hold your Tyrant for Grimoire. It gives you kind of like just a different priority setup. A lot of people are running Demonic Consumption with Grimoire Felguard, and I think it's very strong. I'm just kind of trying to play a different play style. Oh, I didn't get Healthstones. That was super, super good of me. Watch, you think we can do it here? Okay, he just mass invised. I'm gonna trinket that. I'm gonna run away from the... Nice. Okay, I'm gonna port back. I'm gonna stun the mage. He's gonna trinket this, I think. I'm gonna gateway here. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna coil. Decimating Bolt off this. So like right here, I Power Siphon. And then I can go Power Siphon into Demon Bolt, and that's like pretty huge damage. That's the idea of this playstyle, is just all around the Decimating Bolt setup. Which base is best for Implosion Dairy? Like talent base is like talent setup? Is that what you mean? What do you mean by base? So I'm learning leveling up a Warlock and I'm going Demonology. What are your talents for PvE and raiding? So for raid specifically, for raid my build looks like this. This is like the talent setup that I use for raid, This is also, it's important to know, because for the sake of this explanation being kind of timeless and that it will last throughout the expansion, is this setup is the strongest when you're pairing it with these big health increases because of the way that demonic consumption specifically works. As we get later into the expansion, I think this build is going to be weaker. I should say like this. It's still going to be good. You can always play this build. This build is always going to be strong in its own way. But right now what's happening is that our health percentage versus our intellect percentage has like a pretty big discrepancy as far as how it's going to scale throughout the expansion. So right now it's like health is up here, right? And intellect is down here. As we start getting more and more gear, both of these are going to go up, but the int is going to be going up more, right? We're going to be getting stronger and stronger and higher damage values from our actual offensive stats. As that gap kind of closes, I think you're going to have like sacrifice souls being more viable and things like inner demons, soul strike as well being more viable. I don't know that power siphon will be super worth it, but potentially power siphon paired like for us if you're playing necro is very good. So I think this build, that's part of the reason kind of why I've been trying to play this playstyle a lot, is I think this setup is gonna have as many use cases as we start getting more and more gear. I don't think it's as strong currently right now, but I do think it's going to be very strong as we get better gear, especially when you start pairing it with like really offensive, you know, caster trinkets and things like that. It's going to give you a really, really cool damage profile of spells and stuff that you yourself are casting and not so reliant on your tyrant. And the tyrant build is definitely fun, but I don't know. I like the tyrant build. It can be very frustrating in PvP. I don't know how much you guys have PvP'd, but that's kind of my main motivation for trying to learn these other kind of setups, is because the tyrant build can be pretty easily countered if people know how to play against it. Oh, I mean item to be crafted? Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying like which slot should you put the Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and okay, I'm gonna go hammer it here on the warrior. Shoot. Dead. See ya. Okay, I'm also gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna slow him real big here. Still running. Okay. It's fine. Look how slow he is. He's mad. Stunned. I'm gonna kill him right here. Okay, Siphon. Demon Bolt. Kill the pod. Dead. See ya. That was with them focusing me too, right? You see how tanky we are, like with this whole setup? Big fan. Big fan of Demo's tankiness. That Gladiator mount looks awesome, which I was good at PvP. The Gladiator mount does look really cool. Okay, I'm not going to queue for a skirmish here so we can get a BG.
You cannot command me.
But yeah, Spooky, the big kind of game, the setup that everyone runs right now for Raid is basically Demonic Strength, Demonic Calling, Vile Fiend, Grimoire Felguard, and Demonic Consumption. And I've done a bunch of videos or the other streams, and you can kind of see like how our rotation is with that. You basically are going every 2 minutes, you have like a really big Tyrant setup, and your Tyrant ends up being a big chunk of your damage. And that's kind of the general Super Cliff Notes version of it. So the Implosion Legendary, any of the legendaries that you're going to craft, if you can craft it on the head, the chest, or the legs, those 3 pieces of gear are your biggest, like, as far as the way they're weighted with stats. So if it's a legendary you're always going to use and you can put it on either of those 3 pieces, assuming you're going to upgrade it, that's going to be the better way of doing it, because it's like a guaranteed way of eventually getting like a 235 in one of these best pieces, like slots, that's going to give you the most stats, right? The most int, the most HP, and the most, whatever secondary stats you decide to put on it. So unless you're like a mythic raider, the only exception to that, for example, is like the last boss, last two, I think, actually on here, have disproportionately high like eye level, right? So for heroic, everything is 213 eye level, except for the last two bosses is 220. So for example, if you were like mythic clearing, then I would not prioritize the shoulders or the chest, because you potentially could be getting high eye level pieces of those slots. But TLDR, for the implosion legendary, I would go with the head, because you're going to get a lot more stats from a helm rather than your waist. And if you start upgrading it, say you get to like 225 or whatever the eye level breakpoints are for like level 3 and level 4, that's going to give you the most stats overall, just because your helm, chest, and your legs have the most stats on them. It'd be kind of dependent on your gear too. Like for me, I didn't have a PvP helm, right? So that's part of why I picked that for my setup, because I didn't have a PvP helm, and so that was kind of a way for me to get like a high eye level piece that's itemized well, right? It's kind of up to you, but I would try to stick to helm, chest, and legs if you can. Marcel, let me know if that like doesn't make sense for some reason. Oh my goodness, dude! If we get the can I get 4? Look at that. We're almost 43,000 health with the well-fed buff. Let me move that up just a little. Everything looks pretty clean, pretty clean. Here, we'll cap here since our team's not being very objective focused. I'm not gonna sit this though, but we'll go. I was doing some RBGs, and I actually do think Demonology Warlock is gonna be one of the best base sitting specs for RBGs. I don't know if that will warrant necessarily like getting a guaranteed spot in any RBGs, but we're so tanky, and we have a pet. We have like a good amount of just survivability between all of our cooldowns. I just feel like it's... Is anyone coming? I just feel like it's... Oh, what the heck? I feel like it's very strong. Like, even against like a fully decked out rogue earlier when I was playing, I was still able to like hold my own, and like he killed me, I came back and like 1v1'd him. Like once he didn't have his trinket. I don't know, it seems like it'd be pretty good, especially if you were to run like the Claw. This Claw of Endreth. Should we try and go market maybe? Cool mount. This mount's actually a pretty funny story. So this mount, I don't think it's the case anymore. I think it's a really low drop rate now, but at one point, if you had a 20-man raid, it was guaranteed. It was a guaranteed drop. Okay, I'm gonna just try and... I'm gonna swap actually here. We're gonna go Tyrant off this. It's kind of annoying. Is he gonna kick this? No. Can we burst him? Oh, he blocked. Ton of burst right there, though. Kicked on that. I'm gonna LOS here. Oh no! Right as I was going him. Oh, you think you can kill him here? Coil? Oh, he pain stepped again. tick. I don't really have that much damage right here. I need to make that weakauras smaller because it's huge. We're 4 capped right now. I'm like basically dead here. I can't really do anything with it. They all rotated. Okay, so you can get kicked during this thing. Can I fear? Oh, come on. I guess I can though. It looks like I can. So you're literally you're like immune. Like they literally can't do any damage to you at all while you're in that state. That's pretty nuts. But your damage is reduced by 50%. We'll have to test the damage here this next time. Oh my gosh, we're 5 capped? Should we just queue Alliance? But yeah, so this mount it used to be a guaranteed drop if you're in a 20-man raid. So I had a buddy that was, him and his guild were trying to farm it, like trying to do it every week because it's like mythic, whatever raid it was. Tomb of Sargeras or whatever. I don't think it's Tomb. I don't know. Mythic, whatever the raid was. And so we went back and we were doing it, and I came on my alt that I hadn't played. Literally had no idea. I didn't know the fight. I didn't know like anything. And oh, get him. Slowly running. I didn't know the fight. I didn't know anything. I died like immediately on the pole because I like stood in some mechanic or something. And 1 person out of 20 people guaranteed gets the mount, right? I'm the only one dead. Everyone goes to loot the boss. Someone reses me after the fight. Everyone loots and everyone's like, dude, no one got it? And then literally useless me reses up, waddles over to the boss, loots it, gets the mount. Dude, they were so mad. So mad. It was so funny though. It's a really good story. Every time I talk to him, I'm like, dude, you see my cool mount? Okay, watch. I'm going to coil off this. Dude, we're getting wrecked in these BGs. I kind of want to just queue Alliance. But yeah, it was so funny because it just... He never got them out. They like the group stopped running kind of like shortly after that, or they ran like a couple more weeks and then they stopped. But it's definitely my favorite favorite mount I think I have. Just mostly because of that story, right? Like the story has like a lot of nostalgia to me, or like, I don't know, fond memory, funny memory. Okay, let's see if we get the if we get this big kind of like burst going here. So we go Decimating Bolt. So we're getting like 6k, 5500, 6k Demon Bolts. That was with Demonic Synergy had procced already at that point. Is there a way... Oh, it's going to be annoying to get. The only downside if you run Inner Demons, it's kind of hard to get out of combat because the little minions... Little minions stay up for a long time. The dead dude always gets the loot. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I need to change this because it's a little too obnoxious for me. How do I make this smaller? It's fine. I want to try and set up a weak aura so that we have... I'll have like the demonic synergy buff up here when it's on my pet, and then I'll have the one down here when it's on me. I think is kind of like the easiest way for me to set it up. I also think we're going to kind of have to run Fell Celerity for PvP too, because these other ones aren't very good, and every time your Felguard gets killed in arena, it's like really, really tough. With Fort, we have over 40,000 health. 25% verse, 40,000 health warlock would be kind of brutal to go against. I wouldn't want to like play against that on my other characters. Who are we going here? Who are we going, boys? Fleshcraft. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Pally here. Okay, he's Seraphimed. I'm just gonna kind of wait this out. He also has wings. This might be problematic because our homie might die. Okay, I'm gonna Trinket Fear. Okay, I have big damage right here actually. I'm gonna coil. Oh, that's bubble. It's gonna be tough. Fearing the Druid. Oh, nice. That was a good blind. Pally, I think, can die here. Priest died. Not ideal. Dang. I don't got anything else. I'm trying wall. He's gonna try and hodge me here, I think. Yeah. Oh well. So we still have to see it for the immune form because I think it auto finishes the game if you like pod at the end there. So I want to see what it's like if they like focus me first. Yo, what add-on is it that shows how long your pets are up on that bar? So this whole thing is a weakauras setup. So weakauras, if you guys don't use weakauras, I highly recommend it because it's super flexible. But there's this guy named Luxthos. Can you guys see this name? Luxthos. He creates really, what's the word I'm looking for? Very like complex weakauras for every class that account for every spec and like legendaries, all that stuff. And it's just 3 little things you have to copy paste. So you just copy them and then import them into weakauras. And then it just automatically sets up like this. You can change like the scale, like the size of the group, and then you can just move it around wherever you have it on your screen. So no part of this is actually interactive. Like I can't click on it. But it gives you a ton of information. So it's very, very good. Very, very good for watching cooldowns and stuff like that. And he has it all like dialed in. So if I spec like, if I switch like destruction, for example, this whole bar changes to all destruction stuff. And it's a similar layout, right? It's set up the same. So it's really, really helpful because it gives you just a ton of information in a very small, kind of clean, concise spot. Once I start getting really comfortable with the spec that I'm playing, like if you see some of my old videos with my hunter, I actually hide all of these bars down here, and my weakauras is the only thing I have open or like showing. And then everything else is just like me remembering where my keybinds are. So like the UI is even kind of more minimalistic and like cleaner. But I'm like not quite there yet. I'm pretty close. I'm probably like another couple weeks or so. I'll probably hide this and put like a couple more of these binds up and hide it. There's a couple things that I have like the same bind for a couple different abilities that I need to fix or mess with. Oh, what I was going to do, the demonic synergy thing. So, am I able to, how do I make this so it's like tracking it off of my pet? Trigger. Oh, these are different buffs. Okay, I think I have an idea. So let's duplicate this. Demonic synergy pet. That's kind of easy. Technically it's a different. Okay, so let's test this. So this is 06 057. So I think if this spawns on my pet, the pet buff, I think should be the one up top here. Yeah, it is. Oh no, it's not. Wait, the same buff has 2 different spell IDs? Trying to get it to proc on my pet. This BG should be popping here like any minute too. Spell 337060. That should work though. It's kind of annoying. I feel like this is gonna be kind of hard to figure out. Oh no. Is that all I had to do? That's pretty easy. This is the exciting part of testing this stuff, right? Is just sitting in front of the target dummies, just trying to figure crap out. In between BGQs. This is weird, it's taking so long to proc. It usually is like, oh there it goes. Hell yeah, okay that worked, perfect. So let's do... I feel like, should I do it here? I feel like that, I feel like I should. I feel like that makes the most sense. Maybe on this side. Oh, that's covered for you guys, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. Try and make it the same size, 42. Clean. Is this, can you guys tell me this secondary stats text that I have down here, is this too small for you guys to see? Is this pretty tiny? This like white text down here? Is the history of what you casted an add-on? Yeah, it's called Trophy. Trophy. I wish everyone, honestly, like if anyone did like content, I wish people would always have this add-on, because like especially like Affliction, I don't know if you guys have tried to watch like Affliction Warlock videos. Like I feel like I'm pretty familiar with Warlock to the point where I feel like I should know what they're casting, and half the time it's so hard for me to figure out what sequence they're casting shit in because everything is instant cast. I'm like, dude, I wish these guys just had this add-on just showing what they... It's pretty small. Okay, I mean, I'll make that a little bit bigger then. this display. Do something like that at least. I also need to get something that shows like what talents and stuff I'm doing so I don't have to open that up like 100 times during the raid. Dude, how does it say average wait time 7 minutes and we've been in queue for 12 minutes? Can you play Demo with the Synergy Legendary, or is it better to run the reduced cooldown of the Tyrant one or the one that can do double-handed cooldowns? I'm playing Synergy right now. I'm going to be playing Synergy all night tonight because I want to test it in the raid as well and see how we do in the raid. I think the DPS difference between Synergy and the other legendaries is going to be like virtually nothing. I think if you like Wilfrid's will have specific situations. If it's the difference of you getting an additional Tyrant off or not, it obviously will be very impactful in those cases. But outside of that, it's basically having no value, right? If you're playing in a fight and you're only getting 4 or 5 Tyrants off in the fight, period, Wilfrid's is irrelevant, right? It only matters if it's helping you increase the quantity of Tyrants or if it's helping you hit specific windows that you can't hit otherwise with your DPS cooldowns. So Wilfrid's is very fun, and I think it's cool because it changes a lot of how the playstyle just feels in general, but it's not necessarily always that good unless you're getting an extra cooldown because of the reduction in cooldowns, right? Or you're hitting specific windows. I'm gonna move this actually over just like a little bit like that, I think. I feel like the UI is looking pretty clean, guys, pretty clean. Okay, fort and food buff, 47,000 health. 47,000 health as a warlock. Let's go, baby. I feel like demonic consumption would probably be pretty fun to play with 47,000 health. But yeah, Minnow, I would play whichever legendary you like the most. I think Handigal Dan is very fun. I actually really do like Handigal Dan a lot. The legendary, like getting the Horn Nightmare, getting the extra Handigal Dan procs feels good. It's super satisfying. But I think Demonic Synergy, the more I've played with Demonic Synergy, I've started to really, really enjoy Demonic Synergy because it's always giving you value in every single type of content that you're doing. It's good for every spec. And I think it has the highest skill cap. The thing that I don't like about Horn Nightmare is a similar situation where it's like always good, but Horn Nightmare is just a random proc, right? And the random proc just gives you some more imps, and you can't really play that much around it. It's one of those things like, when it procs, it's really nice, but there's not much that you can do, you know, there's not much that you can do to like maximize damage in that specific window of time or anything like that. Whereas if you're playing Demonic Synergy, like if I start getting really good at watching my procs and being aware of what procs I have up, then it gives me this kind of, this skill cap potential of being able to basically use cooldowns around when I'm getting specific buffs. Does that kind of make sense? The upside is higher, in my opinion, running something like Demonic Synergy. Gonna go ahead and coil. Oh, pod. What is Rogue doing? He's just... Watch, big damage right there. Oh, dude, we chunked. That was some chunky damage right there. I've been loving the life drain memory for Demo. So I actually would really like playing that too. The only problem I have with the life drain legendary is if you're not getting focused a lot, you kind of lose value, right? Because it's one of those things you're only trying to use. Like, the big value is the fact that you're so tanky. But, say, for example, right, against that rogue that jumped right there, he's not attacking me. I have no reason to life drain. So in a situation where I'm just trying to like pump damage, I'm getting no value from it. Part of what I really like about the Demonic Synergy legendary is that when it procs, it's basically always useful, right? You're always dealing damage in some capacity, and the fact that it buffs both you and your pet gives you a huge amount of like added value. I do think the Life Drain legendary is going to be a very strong option if we start kind of fitting in. Like, I can see the meta in some capacity being like super tanky demo locks being really good at like base sitting kind of stuff and like RBGs and PvP, in which case the Life Drain legendary is amazing for that, right? You pair that with Essence Drain, it's like you're a literal tank. Like, you're just so beefy. But I feel you. That's one that I think I definitely am like eager to make, but I think it's going to be more niche in the situations where I feel like I'm getting a lot of value from it. You know what I mean? Big 5K Demon Bolts. See ya. Get out of here. I'm a little scared to like run away. Is that guy gonna base it though? You just feigned. Oh, he died? What the hell? How'd he die? So what about the conduit, the potency conduit? So the potency conduit for what? Are you talking about like with me with this build? What am I using? Why can't I get out of combat? There you go. I'm gonna coil this guy. I'm gonna also wall this. Damn, dude. Really don't like me, huh? I took the kick. No, I don't. Like, they're like, what the hell? I really like this. This legendary thing is kind of cool. I feel like I haven't really gotten any actual like good plays off of it, but I think that's pretty cool that we go like immune and we're like, I feel like it really plays into the whole Necro Lord from the dead kind of thing. Demonic Core. Oh, for Raid or Mythic Plus. Okay, so for Raid, generally speaking, for Raid, Born of Blood and Fell Commando are going to be like the two easy go-tos. Tyrant Soul, if you're playing Wilfrid's, is very, very, very good too. I'm a huge fan of how this feels paired with Wilfrid's, the Tyrant Soul conduit. You also can run Carnivorous Stalkers if you're playing a build that's more focused on like Dreadlash, which again is one of those that I think is going to go up in value as we get later and later in to the expansion, because Carnivorous Stalkers conduit, the part that scales is the chance to proc. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. The part that scales is the chance to proc. The damage doesn't scale, but it's gonna, like, if we start getting to where it's like a 6 or 7% chance to proc as we get into these really high eye levels, the proc chance going up is way more significant than increasing the damage by a couple percent. So the fact if we can get high eye level Carnivorous Stalkers conduit and then you're running Dreadlash as a talent, that's going to start getting stronger and stronger as we get later and later into the expansion, because you're just going to get more and more procs, and your gear at that point in the... What the hell? How did he frost shock me from all the way up there? Oh. That's weird. Yeah, so I think Carnivorous Stalkers is one of those things that's not super strong right now, but I think it will become a lot stronger as we get later on into the expansion, because it'll just have a higher and higher chance to proc. Your Dread Stalkers are going to just inevitably keep, scaling with your gear. So I think that that's going to be a really good conduit moving forward. I think I could see playing like a Carnivorous Stalkers setup potentially with Fell Commando. The only downside with that is if you kind of mix and match those two is that you have to pick between Dreadlash and Demonic Strength, and so you kind of are losing value a little bit like that. Born of Blood feels good for sure a lot of times, especially in a raid environment. The only downside with this is that there are times where I feel like I lose the value of that conduit because I kind of overcap on Demonic Core procs. Because, like, for example, like in your initial like burst kind of tyrant window, right? The way it works out with your Dreadstalkers is your Dreadstalkers, your first 2 Dreadstalker casts basically line up like back to back. So you have like a 6-second window, assuming you time everything right, to basically dump all of your Demonic Core procs. So what ends up happening is if you're getting additional procs on top of that, I'm gonna trinket that. If you're getting additional procs on top of that, it gets like a little bit kind of like weird, like a little bit clunky. If he trinkets it, okay, he's not gonna trinket this. Okay, I think I can like still literally just, oh, are you kidding me? So much damage. Literally just chunked him right there. So much damage off that. So that's kind of my only issue with Born of Blood is that it just, I feel like in the times where you really want to maximize your damage, you kind of lose value from Born of Blood just because if you get a proc casting a Hand of Gul'dan and you're at 4 Demonic Core charges already, it doesn't like keep stacking, you know what I mean? What's up, Bluffer? I'm using Synergy. Using Synergy. I need to download like a legendary weakora. Nice. Nice. Pet stun this guy. Okay. Decimating Bolt just finished him off. 3 cap. Yeah, we're playing Demonic Synergy and kind of trying out a this is a build I've been playing a lot lately in PvP that I've been having a lot of fun with. Demonic Synergy with this setup. Tried shooting a dummy with that conduit for like 40 seconds and never got a proc. Which one are you talking about? The Born of Blood one? Yeah, if Demo was similar to how it was in BFA. Let me key real quick. Do some skirms too. I didn't have any problem with having Demonic Core procs, so theoretically shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's kind of like the same issues. I feel like as I'm getting more and more gear, I feel like getting these kind of random RNG procs isn't like, I mean, it's great, it's nice because it just kind of helps with the flow, especially maybe like on high movement fights or something like that. But I don't know, it's okay. I really like Tyrant's Soul a lot, but I feel like it's just so much stronger when you're running Wilfrid's, but you definitely could use Tyrant's Soul as well in raid. And I would basically always be using Fel Commando because your Fel Guard's always there no matter what type of content you're doing. And in certain fights where there's AoE, if you're running like Demonic Strength, you just get a ton of value from Fel Commando. But I mean, potentially, the reason I don't run Tyrant Soul a lot in my current setup is I don't think it's very good for PvP, just because of the way PvP fights work out, right? Having like 30 seconds of uptime is not very likely. And generally people kind of like run away from your tyrant and stuff anyway, and so I feel like it's not good in PvP. So I would definitely be probably running Born of Blood. If I was trying to pick a second potency conduit for PvP, I think Born of Blood and Fel Commando would be like my default. But the other thing that's kind of worth mentioning, he's playing this build. If you guys saw the last video I did, this makes your decimating bolt, if you guys are playing Necro, your decimating bolt hits so hard. Literally, like, I think I was getting like close to 8k damage if I was getting a couple crits on my decimating bolt. And it pairs up perfectly with your coil. So you can basically coil decimating bolt. Like every decimating bolt to kind of ensure that you get the cast off in PvP. This is gonna be kind of annoying. I'm gonna just sit here. Oh, double warlock, huh? I'm sapped. Pet stun him. Okay, he coiled that. Or I mean, he oh, what? Blinded. Are you gonna be really lame like this? Watch my my mini's gonna kill him. I really need to get back over to my...
Who dares summon me?
This guy has to be so mad. I'm actually go ahead and Tyrant here. I'm gonna wall this. Okay, I have big damage here. Coil into Decimating Bolt. Watch these Demon Bolts. Nice. He's real mad. How mad are you if you're a rogue mage comp and you just got 2v1 after you just CC me, you just get 2v1 because you can't restealth because my pet's just fucking you up the whole time? What's up, Big Flump? How you doing, man? How you been? How you been? Tyrant Soul feels like it would be really good all around. Yeah. I mean, it's in PvE, it's always good. I could see it also being really good in like Mythic Plus. The one thing I'm not good at in Mythic Plus is I should basically be trying to use my Tyrant on cooldown, and I get in this habit of like trying to save it for every boss fight. So I could probably be using it like twice as much in Mythic Plus, in which case I feel like Tyrant Soul has some viability. But a lot of your damage in Mythic Plus 2 is coming from like Implosion and Hand to Gul'dan just because of the cleave. So I feel like Born of Blood is a little bit stronger in like a Mythic Plus context. And Tyrant Soul is like more of like a raid environment value kind of thing. That's kind of in my mind where they kind of feel like they fit the best. You know what I mean? You're actually so tanky? Dude, I'm super, super tanky. Super tanky. And I'm still like... I still need to get better with this build because, like I said earlier, this playstyle is very different from the other talent setup that I've been running. but I feel like it's very strong. Like I can see the potential when I have these certain like setups and plays that I'm doing, and I just got to get a little bit better and start kind of fine tuning my different kind of like CC setups and like my different burst setups and things like that. I don't know if you guys saw my Felguard's Legion strike, like his little mortal strike attack, crit that rogue for 2k. I don't know if you guys saw that. When he like ran around the thing, he like autoed and Legion strike, the auto crit for 1k and the Legion strike crit for 2k on the rogue. Like instant 3k from my pet around the corner. Pretty funny. Show the Shadowlands going well for you. You've grown well. Yeah, man. It's people have been enjoying the Demo Law content, man. It's been fun, dude. It's been a while since I've played an expansion and enjoyed the expansion this much and the spec that I'm playing this much. You know what I mean? Is it hard to beat mages that use the triple shield? As Demo, so the thing that for like better or for worse that's really cool about Demo is a lot of your damage coming from your pets is not magic damage. Like your Felguard and your Dreadstalker's auto attacks and stuff is not magic damage, right? So it's a little bit different when people try and counter you. Like if another Warlock casts Nether Ward against me, like I just don't cast Demon Bolt, right? But my Felguard's still doing a ton of damage to like your damage profile is not the same as. I'm trying to think of like what I should. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna coil yet. I'm actually gonna slow this guy instead. A little bit of a weird. Coil, Demon Bolt, Pet Stun, Hand to Gold Dan, Demon Bolt, Dreadstalkers. I'm gonna take my circle back. See ya. Nice. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, buddy. Dude, I hit this cord on my headphones all the time. Demo feels very unique. Yeah, it definitely does, for sure. What setup are you running now? All right, I'm gonna look up this weak-aura right now because I feel like it's probably pretty annoying for you guys. I feel like half the time I'm having to open up talents and legendaries and stuff. Let's see if this works. But yeah, we're playing this Demonic Synergy, Demon Bolt type setup. We're still running the Battle Master Trinket. Kind of trying to get used to this build. Hello from EU. What's up? Welcome from America. Demo's the best, not biased. Lucron, are you a content creator as well? Freaking love how you're keeping Demo going. Appreciate the time to test multiple setups. Yeah, man. It's been a lot of fun. I've also been talking a little bit. There's some other. I don't know if he's trying to like. I won't say his name just because I don't know if he's trying to like wait and kind of do like a coming back to retail. But I've been talking with someone else who also does content creation stuff, and he has been playing Demo. He does a lot of stuff in Classic, and. Been talking about some content ideas, doing some stuff with him as far as it like relates to Demo. Oh no, I just canceled that cast. That feels bad. Had to waste Fel Domination. I think we try and go mage here. This guy's gonna sit in the open. So I Curse of Weaknessed him here because... Okay, I'm gonna coil. I'm gonna actually pet stun this. I have big damage here. Okay, nice. I'm on the mage. I'm actually gonna go Pally here. He's got sack on. Pet stun. No, just stay mage, stay mage. Full fear on the Pally. Pet stun again. I mean fear again. Get one more fear on the Pally. I have a kick on the Pally here, so actually I'm gonna coil that. Big damage right here. Pet stun on the Pally. Watch this. Mage is dead. Oh, he trapped him. What the hell? Fearing. Pally's a full fear. How is this guy still alive? What the hell's going on? Alright, let's see if we can get a big burst on this hunter. Let's see how he... Decimating bolt. Not bad. It's like 12k. A little burst, something like that. Is he actually dead? We did so much damage. I felt like I was just going so ham on that mage for like so long. Alright, I'm off to sleep. Good luck. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Flump. I appreciate it, man. Hope all is well. Have a good night, man. Didn't know if you knew this, but you can use soul shards. You can regen soul shards off of invulnerabilities, like demon bolting and ice block, or like turtle or whatever. Yeah, I don't think I know that, or don't think I knew that. I usually try and hold my like procs. I usually like. I feel like Demon Bolt is like more impactful a lot of times than Hand to Gul'dan is. Usually, kind of like from like just the way the DPS works out, but I kind of just like try and prioritize pumping them like into someone. But yeah, it's good to know for sure. I used to do Demo PvP exclusive channel. Oh, and Legion, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, I played, I didn't actually play Demo at all really in BFA, but I did play it a little bit towards the end of Legion. That was where I got like when I got the little, all these little things, whatever these called, the little artifact appearance things for Demo. I had a Dwarf Warlock. Dwarf Warlock. Have you tried Affliction? I have tried Affliction. I just don't really like Affliction. It's definitely good in its own way, but I feel like in PvP, the main reason it's like good is because of the stupid corruption legendary, which is kind of like a crap reason to be good. It obviously can do good damage, but I feel like the single target like CC setup, actual kill potential with Demo is much more satisfying than just how playstyle for Affliction feels. I think we're missing a person. Yeah, we are. Oh, all my frames are messed up. Warrior. Okay, I'm just gonna wall his. I don't really have anything here, man. Oh, I have a healer with me?
Release the hounds.
I don't really have anything here either. That's kind of scuffed. I hate when Gladius does that, like when people don't load in and it loads like the wrong class colors. Like I thought I was going against a mage in the beginning of that. There's a warrior, shadow priest, paladin. What the hell? Three heals, 7 demonology RPG. Dude, we are definitely going to do that. I think that's an amazing idea and I think that would be a ton of fun. But we have raid in like 15 minutes. So we'll do that. I'll do that soon. I'll give you guys like a little like timeline here of what my plan is. We have raid tonight and tomorrow night. Then on probably Thursday or Friday, but I'm going to try and do Thursday. I want to finish the corridor, the twisting corridor or whatever it's called, the Torghast thing. And I've done up to, I have level or layer, whatever it's called, level 7 and 8 still to do. So I've done 1 through 6 already. So the last 2 layers I was going to do on stream to kind of just have Torghast content because I think Torghast is super fun as demo. And I've gotten some questions on that, like when I posted that screenshot and stuff. So I want to do a Torghast because I also want to finish that to get that stupid mount because just waddling around the maw is miserable. And then after that, sometime like this weekend potentially, I'd be down to do the RBG stream and setup. We'll do that for sure. I think we might be doing another stream this weekend as well. I think on Saturday, doing kind of like a theory crafting stream. I'm level 50. Where do I get better gear? So there's, this is pretty cheesy, but you can actually go on the auction house. There's 120 eye level 50 gray items that you can get. I don't know if you can also buy them from like vendors or something, but they're eye level 120 and you can equip them and they actually boost your eye level so that you can queue for like dungeons and stuff. I just figured that out on my warrior. It's very cheesy. I don't know why that's even a thing, but there's level 50 gray items that you can get that are 120 eye level. So it like massively boosts your eye level if you're just a couple short from being able to queue for dungeons. I think we should go Windwalker here. He's sapped. I'm gonna get away from my circle. Do I need to wall this? I don't think I do. I should have run Fear Bomb here. Probably might be dead. Fearing the Shaman. Still staying on the Windwalker here. I'm gonna trinket that in cap. It was probably a bad trinket, but it's okay. Big damage here on the monk. Nice. That was huge. I don't know what that hit for, but I feel like I did a ton of damage to him right there. What did that crit for? 13,000 Demon Bolt crit. Just saying, Claw of Endrith is my favorite Lego for Warlock. Yeah, I know that's a good one. I know a lot of people have told me they really liked it. I definitely am going to make that one because I think it would be really fun to play as we get like higher verse, bigger health pools and stuff. I feel like just being incredibly tanky is going to be super fun. Demo, I miss a lot of Tyrant windows and lose DPS. Yeah, I'm still, I mean, when it comes to raiding, a lot of it's dependent on what strategies you're running on certain boss fights and just like your overall timing on certain mechanics. I'm still kind of trying to figure out like cooldown timing as well. That's one of those things that kind of just takes a lot of repetition in doing the raid content to really get the timing down. It's like you really have to have like the same group you're running with and like the same strategies to really kind of start getting that flow down, I feel like, in the raid stuff, because retail just has so many mechanics when it comes to the raid. But yeah, there's certain fights that I'm like I'm not good at timing like my Tyrant or timing my cooldowns well, you know. Blizzard got me playing with Legos again. Demonology Overload, dude, that'd be actually kind of fun to run. Run like double Demo Resto Shaman in arenas. Because it would be really hard for them to CC both of, like, to mess with both of your pets. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine run double Demo and both of you guys have Grimoire Felguard and you both cast it in the opener, so you literally have 4 Felguards on the kill target? That'd be pretty hilarious. That should be fun. That'd be fun. I should do that. I should do some double Demo 3s. What's up, honey? How you doing? Down to run some skirms. I'm Destro. We're about to do raid invites, I think, here in like 5 minutes. I'm just kind of doing these like to kind of hang out and chill before raid. Start the stream a little bit early and get into raid here in a minute. But I'm definitely down. I know a bunch of people. I think it would be fun to do a bunch of like kind of like pre-made like BGs and stuff like that. So I'm definitely down to do that. I think a lot of people are interested in doing that. So okay, kick that. I'm gonna go ahead and coil the druid. I think he might LOS this decimating bolt. That feels real bad. I'm gonna run away from my circle here. Tyrant down here, which is not an ideal Tyrant, but
Burn them down.
I'm gonna shield wall this. Yep. Oh, I've coil up in 2 seconds. This is gonna be tough. I don't know if I can do this here. Dude, look at that. Dude, he's so bad. Oh my god, that's so funny. Holy shit. Literally just fell storm to death, you know? He's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Trying to cast regrowth? Nope. That's so funny. Oh, let's see if this weak aura worked. Okay, that's like that's too big though. How do I make this smaller? Group. It's kind of scuffed. It's all like half cut off. I'll have to like mess with that a little bit. Is that better? Then that way you guys can like see. When's raid starting? In 17 minutes. We'll probably start invites here. I might AFK out of this BG early if they start invites. Oh, you know what I need to do? I might have to AFK out of this BG anyway. I kind of need to get some more. I have some int potions, but I don't have a ton of int potions. I have 7 int potions on me. Demo sucks for me right now. I had to change to Affliction. Justin, do you feel Demo is also such a powerful choice? I think Demo is very good. I don't think Demo is... I wouldn't consider it to be like a strong, like one of the top tier specs in general. But I think it's in a really good, I think it's in like a fair spot where I think we're a candidate for getting buffs, which is always something that I actually look forward to. Like if I can make a playstyle or spec fun and do well when I'm not in the top, like, you know, S tier of whatever the tier is, that's always kind of appealing to me, because the likelihood that you get any kind of nerf or negative impact to your class is basically non-existent, and the chance that you get some kind of buff that will make you very strong is a lot higher, right? So your security, like your job security, your role security is a lot higher if you're playing something that's not super meta, and I think Demo is fine. I don't think it's the strongest spec by any means. I think Affliction is obviously outperforming it in a lot of categories, but I think Demo is much more likely to get a buff to it than Affliction is, for example, right? And I think Demo's playstyle is very unique, and also because of that is also pretty difficult to balance. So I think in a lot of ways with the pet classes, they tend to kind of err on the side of caution and make sure they don't overtune them, because if they do anything and you have all these compounding factors with like talents, legendaries, conduits, they have to be like a little bit conservative with how they deal with the pet classes, I think. And I think that there's a good chance that in the near future, the next couple patches, we get some buffs to both Demo and I think just some pet stuff in general, because I think hunters are having a hard time with like their pet survivability as well. So I think I could see some quality of life stuff coming through for like the pet classes, which I think will be pretty satisfying. But I think Demo's in a good spot. I think if you like the playstyle of Demo, you can definitely play it in all the content that's currently out. As long as you're not like, you know, world first kind of guild, I don't think it really should make too much of a difference. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this guy in time. What the hell is that? Damn. Dude, these hunters keep feigning me. What do you want, this guy right here? Oh, big 10k demon bolt. Coming out of left field with the big 10k demon bolt. You kick that. You trapped my... Look, you see, he trapped the little guy. What are you doing over here, buddy? You chi burst me? Pet stun, double demon bolt, hand to Gul'dan. I'm also gonna like super slow him here. He incap me, okay. Shoot, I don't have anything for that. I'll go ahead and shield wall. Ready? Demonic strength, Dreadstalkers, demon bolt, soul strike. He's real mad. What are these guys doing? I'm gonna coil this guy. And I'm gonna pet stun out of that. Now this guy's bugging me. Oh, dude, double kick. Come on now. I think I'm gonna die here. Woo. Close. This guy's getting healed so much. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have our thing. Oh yeah, we got from the dead, baby. Let's go. Can I coil? Oh. So you can run around while you're in this like dead thing, and then it brings you back to where your body is. That's pretty cool, man. I think this might be my my Soulbind of choice. That's a pretty fun little passive. Pushing Mythic or Heroic Clan. We're just doing Heroic tonight. So we're 9 of 10 Heroic as of last week. So I think we'll be able to get all 9 kills again here in the first night, I hope. If not, we'll be pretty close to getting all 9 in the first night. And then like we'll get like 7 or 8. And then we'll come back tomorrow and hopefully get 10 out of 10. Do you think Destro will get more buffs? Destro just got that big 20% Chaos Bolt buff like 2 patches ago. So, long story short, no, not anytime soon, but potentially. They're more likely to get a buff than Affliction is. In my opinion, right? I mean, like, I'm just speculating. I don't know for sure, but I feel like Affliction's in a very good spot right now. So I don't think, and the fact that they're top performer, right, in like a lot of the raid content, it makes it very unlikely that they'll be in the running for a buff. And Demonology's not that way. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention about that is I think a big part of our issue for Demonology specifically as it relates to the raid is like the pet AI and how it deals with stuff in the raid. If you guys have done the raid at all, I don't know how much you guys have like noticed or paid attention to, but on certain fights, like Sire for example, your minions will bug out on like the ads in the last phase. On the council fight, your ads, like your imps will keep attacking the immune target, which makes it really tough for us to do well on that fight. Coil this guy, watch this, into a big decimating bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and stun him here. He's so mad. Oh, he's getting heals. What? Get out of here. You gonna kick me? Why can't I fear him? What? Why can't I fear him? All right, buddy. Look how tanky we are, dude. 25% verse feels real good. Okay, here we go. Ready? Watch, he's dead here. See ya. Goodbye. See how scared that Windwalker got? Did he turn around and he like let me get out of here. What's the best demo build for normal and heroic dungeons? Honestly, just for normal dungeon stuff that's not like Mythic Plus. There's like a good chunk of options, man. All of the talents are pretty strong. I would say you could justify basically any of these with the exception of a Nether Portal. I know Nether Portal on the sim is like one of our, if not our top performing talent in that row, and I can't figure, I mean, I don't know if I'm just like just completely not doing something right. I don't know how I'm not able to get it to perform well, but I'm not. Nether Portal is the one that I feel like whenever I use it, I feel like it requires a lot of setup, and I feel like it's not at all rewarding for the amount of setup that it requires. Okay, that's Greater Fade. Or I'm gonna Pet Stun. Nope. You're not gonna Door of Shadows? Get out of here. Just Demon Bolt to the face. See ya. But Nether Portal I just feel like requires the most setup, like the most ramp up time, and that would be fine if it was reciprocated. Like it felt like you were doing like a huge damage every 3 minutes. It doesn't feel like good to me though. It doesn't feel like, I feel like Tyrant feels like a more impactful cooldown than Nether Portal does. But if you literally any of the other talents, I would say are 100% viable and really come down to kind of like a playstyle preference, especially when you're talking about kind of like casual, like leveling and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Demonic Strength. If you watch any of my stuff, you see I run that almost 100% of the time unless I'm playing like a Dreadstalker kind of build. But I think Demonic Strength is a lot of fun. And Demonic Consumption, also a lot of fun. A lot of the other ones I'll kind of like switch around. I think Demonic Calling is also just really feels good. None of these feel super impactful, but Demonic Calling in PvE feels really good because it just makes your rotation a lot more kind of like fluid. I'm gonna die here. There's like 6 of them. Okay, watch. We shield walled. How long can we live like this? Oh, yeah, we're the dead guy. We're dead guy. Look at that. So, Demonic Strength, did you guys see that? Was still hit, it hit the priest for 2,000. I'm gonna go ahead and AFK out of this because we have raid. I need to grab some herbs. Okay, so I'm also going to spec, so this is the build that, this is what we're going to be running. For raid, right? Yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop that on. This, I think that's, oh no, we gotta swap this stuff. Okay, so just a quick kind of like caveat on this before we get into raid, because I don't want to go through this a bunch, but I want this to be relevant for the VOD. We're trying Bonesmith tonight. Okay, this is the first night we're going to be using this Soulbind. We don't have double potency with this setup yet, which is obviously not ideal. But this Forge Bone Reveries gives us 3% intellect all the time. So if you see here over on the right, I have 1613 intellect, okay? If I swap, it goes to 1566. This ends up being about 50 passive intellect all the time. So if we're talking about actual output, 50 intellect all the time, I would say is more valuable to me right now than Born of Blood. If I'm talking about like DPS over the longevity of an entire raid. I kind of need to buy some more Morrow Root, I think. So that's why we're going to try this tonight. I'm also running Demonic Synergy. We're also running Fel Commando, kind of trying to play a little more into the Felguard setup and just see how it goes. Just see how it goes. It might be a little bit worse in some situations, but But we're gonna test that out tonight and see how it does. So I'm kind of trying to catch up on chat. I'm a pretty slow reader. Nether portal is garbage because it's not based on soul shards spent. It's based on soul shards cast. So one-handed Gul'dan with 3 shards is 1 demon. Oh, it's quantity of casts, not shards. That makes sense. I don't know. Nether portal, I think, has the most potential to be really cool because it's like such a unique spell. But it doesn't. It definitely doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like it's very good for me. Again, like a lot of these talents, I've played some, and I just don't like. I'm a big advocate for playing stuff that feels good or that you enjoy playing, even if it's not the best. So if I start trying to play something, and I don't really like the way it's playing, then I don't play that talent that much. You know what I mean? I pooped in the sink. Hey, try everything once in college, you know? Decimal combo is going to be reminding me of the good old, the consumption day. Dude, I remember that. That was when I played, that was when I had played Demo. Where you like summon everything up and then you'd have like these like just massive like one-shot consumption bolt things. It's so much fun. I know. I'm glad that they kind of have a little bit of that playstyle. I feel like there's some similarities to that kind of playstyle in Legion with currently how Demo feels. Can use Metamorph. Dude, I wish we can use Metamorph, but I don't think we will. I think it would be too drastic of a change for the... Oh, this is annoying. Can I grab this? Yeah, okay. I think it would be too drastic of a change for the current kind of setup. You know what I mean? It would change too much of our play style. Let me see if I can make this. Can I move this text down? I just messed it up. Great. Perfect. The text isn't showing. Oh, there, it's a different thing. That's why. Okay. A little tedious. Okay, so you guys can all see that, right? So hopefully people aren't coming into the chat every 10 minutes asking me what we're running tonight. Okay, we're gonna hop in Discord with the boys here in 1 second. It's hard to say too, Lucron, like with demonic consumption, the thing... what does it say? Demonic consumption, the thing that's cool about it is since it's indirectly basically based off our health, it's going to scale very well throughout all of Shadowlands. We'll see if it's, you know, if it's our top performer for all of Shadowlands, but even if it's not the best, it will still be like a cool, fun play style where you can kind of play the super tanky setup, and demonic consumption is always going to be good, which I really like that the way that setups from a scaling perspective has the potential just to be a play style. If you enjoy that demonic consumption tyrant setup, a play style that we basically have access to for the entirety of Shadowlands should be pretty fun. Okay, let's hop in the raid thing. Hello.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Quality? Oscar, I don't know what that means. Quality? Yes?
You cannot command.
Should be instant cast in the CD, reduced to 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could see them changing with Nether Portal. I mean, they could also just buff the damage. Like, if they made it where you summoned way more minions and it felt like a big 3-minute cooldown, I'd be okay with it being a 3-minute cooldown, but it should feel as impactful as 2 tyrants in value, right? Like, it should feel like there's a reason to invest in something that's going to give you like a 3-minute cooldown when it comes to like your damage profile, because I think those longer cooldowns make they're less enjoyable to me unless like you're really getting a ton of value. Dude, should we watch this? Okay, we're gonna summon.
No zoom this time, huh?
I really want to test out. I want to test out Doomguard. But I just realized all my talents are set up wrong for it, right? Like, I can't run demonic strength. I feel like I need to test out on like normal raid or something, like something that's not like progression-ish. You said you're gonna do Torghast on Thursday? Yeah, so I'm gonna do Thursday or Friday, but I think I'm going to be able to do it on Thursday. And I'm going to try and do Wing 7 and Wing 8 of Twisted Corridor.
Everyone now has someone that needs it.
The work must continue.
Let's go ahead and pull the garbage man.
Okay, so look, the other thing too is this 3% also scales off of AI, which is also pretty massive. So 1694.
Nice. Okay, wait till everyone comes up here. Decursers, decurse the tanks first, so they take healing, and then keep decursing everyone else. That's druids, shamans, and mages.
I want to do the math on this to make sure it scales with our flask as well, the 3%.
Decurse tanks.
It's been a while since I played with Vile.
Decurse tanks again. It's actually better if you guys pull both at the same time for decursing.
Yeah. Let me do my flask next. I'm probably going to be heading off a little bit early today.
Keep decursing.
Oh, I didn't cast Felguard.
Skullman over.
I was confused. I was like, why didn't I spend a shard there? But yeah, Zach, I'm going to try and do Torghast. I'm going to try and do it. I would like to do some of it either tonight or tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll have time. But either way, if I'm not able to do it live, I'll do it. I'll upload it for sure. Like it'll be on the channel as a VOD if you need to watch it like later or whatever. If you can't make it whenever I'm doing it live. Way more flexible in Shadowlands than it was in BFA 2. I think that the demonic consumption is a playstyle I think I'm kind of gonna grow out of a little bit. pretty soon here, but I think if it's our top performer, I'll still be doing it in like progression and stuff, but I do like having that flexibility for sure. I think it'll scale really well into like the rest of the expansion. With consumption, you want to ask for Rallying Cry? I know. You know what's funny is I was actually thinking about that. I was like, imagine in PvP if you run Battle Masters, you run with a warrior in 3s, and you like Rallying Cry Battle Masters, like use everything in the opener. I wonder how hard in PvP you could get the demonic consumption
cool.
to
And I
scale.
think Travis dropped your cauldron, and I think Joe is dropping a feast.
Okay, we're in. This is like the full like raid setup. Is everything looks clean from the UI perspective,
just
right?
over
You guys
here,
can
this strat
see
we've been doing,
everything. Nothing's
is
cut off. It looks like the
Boston
raid
tanks
frames are
around Skull.
good.
We all start on triangle, like every single range.
If something's
DPS.
not
I don't
visible
care, like,
or
if you're in your
clipping or
first
something,
opener,
just
I
let
don't
me
care, you're
know.
gonna be
But
a
I think
triangle.
everything from with the raid profiles and stuff, I
And
think
then
this is pretty.
when he does his echoing shriek to start dropping discs, we run around, like inside the pillars. Do not run through the boss because you'll just get hit and then you'll drop shit. If you ever get hit by a mechanic, you need to drop your puddle elsewhere. Don't just drop it on the floor. We'll list on pull. Same thing. Phase 2. Just focus on dodging. And I think that's it. Eat the feast. Pop your flask. We're gonna get going. Use your oils as well as sharpening.
Hey, I'm sorry, I totally missed that bit. Are we just hanging here at this pillar, or?
Triangle. Do you mean for phase 2?
No. Sorry, for phase 1. We're not doing the back corner strat anymore.
Or no, we all start at triangle,
Looks
and
good,
then when
okay.
he starts doing his discs, we come
This is
inside the
heroic,
pillars
Zane,
to
heroic.
blue. We don't go to
Okay.
the opposite
Sure.
side.
Perfect. Sounds
And if you do get hit by a disc, just take it out. Don't drop it on the middle of the floor. When we're ready, check. Pop your flask.
Trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing.
Shud, pop your flask. Good, perfect.
You have everything.
Cool. We're gonna
Doomguard is back. Is it did the
We're
Russian
all
roulette
starting on
thing? I
triangle,
don't think
so you might as well
so.
be in the middle, so we can run the triangle. Minus tanks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dude, I forgot all my all my bigwigs is in a weird spot. Literally first time going in the raid since
Echolocation, get out. Get to the edges. Swipe. He's gonna echo soon. We go through the middle. Yeah, through the middle. Everyone run. I'm going to blue. Looks pretty good. Hang to the left as we can. If you get hit by those desks, go to the edges. Okay, there's shit everywhere.
oh, is it the screech?
On the site this.
Wait, what? What is it? Where did all that happen from?
Go on the site. We're gonna stay at triangle.
Where are we lusting?
We're on pull, like I said.
Dude,
Lost.
again.
Blue. We can't really stand the square melee. Yeah, go to the red. It's fine. Take your circles out. On site.
What the? What is that? What's happening?
On the side, yeah. But we're going to phase 2.
Get hit, move. Don't get panned into the boss.
Yeah. Like if you somehow mess up,
All that blood under the boss, you just not notice? Just, you have little circles coming out the whole time.
dodge rings, lines up the shriek. Get hit by a ring, take your shit out.
Coach, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh. Dude, this weakauras thing, or the bigwigs across my face is so brutal.
Phase 1. Tank no more respawns. We'll just be on triangle, we'll move probably behind him. The tanks will rotate as well. On side.
Go ahead and shield wall this and just go ahead and go deep.
On side. On the blood if you have to.
Dude, you guys see that? Is that my Fellstorm thing that crit for
Okay.
4k? Can we kill him? Come on, get it!
Okay, do the first two mechanics.
So close.
Use Healthstone's personals if you gotta be in blood. Shriek.
Dude, it's like the worst way I could have ran.
Shriek. Go boss.
Go, Tari, go! Okay, we have to fix
So,
Big
when
Wigs.
you get hit by a disc, even if you move, it doesn't matter, you'll drop the blood
Why
where you
did
got
it
hit.
set it up
So
there?
it's
That's
really
so
important
weird.
for the discs. I know, like, for the most part, we dodge like 90% by moving. Like, some of them still veer left, and you need to dodge them.
Doors and stem the flow into the maw.
We are considering doing Mythic sometime this week, Shriekwing, and after that, I'm probably not gonna want to, but we'll see.
Most prized possessions. I know the path we must take to reach them.
I think that should be good, right? Should I put it down here?
Cloak being rolled, roll if you need it.
Transmog?
Yay, Grats Connor.
Is there a reason you run so much verse? So I set up.
Ooh,
I have
sorry,
a lot
just
of
sold it.
verse because of my PvP gear, and that inevitably ends up being some of my highest eye level gear
Oh,
because
okay,
I can get
1 gold.
220 PvP gear, right?
Rolling plate boots.
And so since I have that, like I basically prioritize highest eye level, but that's the reason I have so much verse is just because I PvP a lot, and so that's kind of where my gear comes from. In a perfect world, having more haste would be better. That would be like my ideal setup. I would have a little bit more haste.
Last call.
But verse is also good. Verse also makes you real tanky as far as like being able to like. I stood in a bunch of stuff that last fight right there, and like I was fine. I wasn't like even close to dying really at any point.
Black.
The doubling, yeah, so it doesn't like double, but you get 40% bonus on the damaging aspect. Like the damage and healing bonus, you gain a 40% benefit from verse if you're using the PvP trinkets. So it's pretty significant, right? So like if I have, like my verse, I can get around 25%. That means I end up getting like another 12.5% bonus damage in PvP because of how much verse I have if I'm using 2 PvP trinkets. And it just helps a lot with our survivability, and like especially because we have so much healing, like self-healing, and just like our overall tankiness, like verse is just a really fun, like solid stat for us in PvP.
We're gonna lust on this pack and reset boss, so use 3-minute plus cooldowns.
The kennels house
My pet bug's out on this fight. The past 2 times after the hide phase, he won't use special abilities. Really? It's kind of weird.
just cruelty, so we can advance to the lower levels of the castle.
Lust.
Damn. Holy shit. That's brutal.
Cool. Attack the boss when you reset.
Smell your fear. Margot, to me.
Super laggy. Nice. Okay, that's a better setup than the bars being literally across the entire like middle of our screen. It didn't reset my tyrant. I thought
Cool.
that reset
Phase 1,
abilities.
plate melee people soak. So range, like walk close to the melee and then hop in. Phase 2, we're going to moon.
I didn't see how many people died. Do you want another feast?
No, it's just 2. We can use personal.
Okay.
Can we summon Libby before?
Quan, it looks like you're back on dogs with me.
Okay.
I'll take the one closest to moon, so they'll both spawn in that corner, but I'll take the one deepest. If that makes sense.
Sure. Sorry, can you repeat that?
So they'll both spawn close to moon. I'll
Yep.
take the one deepest in the corner.
Okay.
So furthest away from where we are right now.
Yep, we'll do.
We have 2 Death Knight. Loopy, are you able to grip one, or are you too busy tanking?
I can grab one.
Okay, so just coordinate with Skullman which one each of you is gripping.
It's Skullman.
We're lusting when we bring second dog in after the rip soul and after the ads are CC'd.
So hopefully, well, this is always a little tight on this time frame, but I basically pop cooldowns on the opener, and we should be able to hit lust with our second burst. It's a little kind of iffy though. I'm also going to try something else here in the opener.
Cool, wonderful.
I'm going to try something else here. We're going to try a Fell Domination.
Did the cauldron disappear upstairs?
3, 2, 1.
42k HP on the Biofiend. Okay, let's see how the Gladiator's Emblem. 5 seconds. That should actually work. Pretty solid. Big damage right here. We should pop right here.
Just chill right there. No, do not
Get out with that.
just let him die. You soak that mechanic in the plate where DPS. So it's still. This fight in phase 2, you look it out with your circle.
Margot, make them
Second dog.
Decimating Bolt here. Save, I'm gonna save Demonic Strength.
Heal healer. Jade's coming, we see them. Then we bring him in lust.
Okay, so I'm gonna save cooldowns here. See, like I'm a little bit late. It's kind of crappy, but.
This boat has your name.
15 seconds till I have my burst.
First love, kill.
That was kind of a scuffed burst setup right there, but.
Cool. Can we please grip in the dogs, TKs? Yep. We're on the shades. On everyone on the shade. Save stuns for when they're almost casting.
Whoa, what the hell?
Take shadows with eddies.
This boat has your name. Shut up, Owen. The cutest. Shut up, Owen.
Where's the dog?
Right. I should be able to get one more tyrant off here.
Good job, the husband.
No.
It's gonna be a little bit
This boat has
kind
your
of scuffed. Should be okay. Don't have a good trinket there, but had a couple big demon bolts there. Then it was like an 8k, 8500 demon bolt, I think, because of decimating bolt percentage and
For the tunnel, we're gonna group up. Stampede and Goron don't kill anything.
the execute
Hop down
aspect
and
or
then
whatever,
kill
like the
everything.
increased damage at lower health.
You're gonna move to diseases, do that.
What's the number above the weak aura located above your Felbro's health bar? Yeah, this is like a demonic consumption tracker. This is a little bit buggy with the HP trinket because as soon as the HP trinket falls off, this number will drop, but the minions maintain the health for their duration. So this is something like when it goes green is the number that's like activated while I have demonic consumption up. But just keep in mind, like, depending on my timing, the number that locks when it goes green might actually be less than what my consumption is. This isn't very accurate. I think I'm going to change this. I think I can make it where
Okay, Quan, will you please roar and we'll go.
like
the way.
tracks
ready?
on my minion. I'm going to figure out a
Just don't
different
anything.
one
Tanks picks
to
up
track
on.
this. It's a little bit wonky, but this just gives you an idea. Like you can
We
see
go
this
all
throughout
the
the
way through
fight.
and out.
Just
If
down,
you want to
just
get an
under here
idea
and
of like
we're
when
up.
I'm popping my health trinket,
stuff.
how big my tyrant is able to be able to get it. Like, get. Oh, did we? Oh no, we died. That happens every time in this
Shit.
stupid sewer thing.
Oh, dispel diseases if you can.
We do the like run through Nova thing, and then all the rats turn around and literally just one shot me. I got headbutt for 12,000 damage.
Dispel high stack people. Rest catch. Mostly good job.
Dude, those rats one-shot me every time we do that, like run through that thing. They're like
You had
deep.
a healing reduction buff on you. I don't know what it's from. Keep dispelling. Something like that.
The beast seeks to sate its endless hunger upon the stores of animal below. Dispatch this creature before it grows even stronger.
Go ahead and pull. If you have me, ask my fucking
tyrant here.
Because it don't be a mount.
stun off that. It's all yard. Nice, that was solid though. I had a weakora back in Legion that tracked the consumption. Yeah. Yeah, same idea. This, I think, would be easier if I can set it up to basically, like, just show me what consumption is. Because I'm never casting consumption because of this number. It's just something to kind of, like, visually show it, you know? Like, to see how big my Tyrant gets at certain points in the fight. So I think it'd be easier if I need to change this. I think I'm going to delete this weakora and do one that, like, tracks demonic consumption value on my Tyrant. I think would be a better way to set it up. This was just one I downloaded off of, like, when I googled it, you know. Can we get a feast? 43,000 health.
Doing good so quick.
Nice DPS is Demo. Everyone says it's garbage. Demo's okay, man. Demo is okay. It's not as strong as Affliction on basically like all of these fights, but it's still like decent. It still does well enough, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here.
Okay. So
got some editing stuff to work on. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate
if you're
it.
the unmarked miasma,
I'll definitely check out your channel later as well.
Help people out. Every time there's a miasma, if it's yours, it's on you. You move to your marker, then you move back. Glar, just like call out when you do it. We're lusting on pull this week instead of never. Get fire out for expunge. I think that's it. Any questions?
Group 1, Diamond. Damn it! Diamond's so far away.
You or me, Alec?
So if I do my Fel Domination in the opener there, that's an extra like 10k HP that my Felguard gets. Otherwise, it doesn't really register on your Felguard because the way it works like messes with the way that the triggering is on demonic consumption.
I feel like keeping the boss in the same place helps.
Yes.
They are smart.
Get to the circle, like it shouldn't matter where we stand, but yeah.
Coach, players, Aardvark, eat personal food.
I don't know if I have personal food.
Dad, am I missing anyone? Is it you, Kogi, and one other person for the trinket?
Skullman.
Jay and Skullman, you have been swapped. Look at your groups, everyone. Cool, we're gonna pull.
I need to do this after. I'm gonna set up a macro, I think.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Find the place. Just...
Numbers, get on a mark. You're on triangle.
He's seated right now. Get out. Soak the ropes to him, miasma. Guys are seeing.
I should have potioned in the opener there too. Kind of shitty.
Guys just coming out. Run over to help your friends with miasma. Get your spot, laser soon. Lasers.
Big burst here in just a minute.
Good deal.
10 seconds.
Jeff, triangle.
It's over now. Get up. Wizard. Can we do it?
Here's who? Oh, that's the one I was cutting.
Yep. Lasers coming off. Run away. Probably fun.
Run straight back with this next time, Kaylin.
Lasers coming. Got your spot.
"20 seconds on my burst." Pretty annoying that I keep getting like
Lasers coming out.
It's also kind of scuffed. It's okay. I didn't get my dogs out. Like, ideally, I could have got my dogs out there before that, too.
Okay, we move. Try.
Lasers coming. Run away. Commit. Pull it off. Bottom not committing half of it.
Go!
Oh, you.
The enemy's force lie ahead.
No way! Extinguished soul anima? What soulbind are you talking about in the stream title? We're using the Bonesmith Hair Mirror. I don't know if that's how you say that. See, it also shows it right here. Bonesmith. Top DPS pog, I know, man. What's up, lady? Oh, that scared me. Why am I like... Why am I all green? Why am I all green? Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try this. Let's try this macro real quick.
Anyone else on the belt?
Oh, there's a belt.
Looks like Oxford. Oh, coach.
I think that's an eye level upgrade for him, though. If it is, then I'm gonna. Here.
Soak in the back.
Oh, it's macro. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can macro my HP trinket. Into Fel Domination, into Fel Guard. See if that works. So we got 31k right now. If we hit the button, nice. It does work. Okay, okay. Shadow Core Oil, we got it. It's up right here. Can you guys see that? I have it on. The last one from Necrolord. Yeah, this Soulbind is actually really sick, and the int buff stacks on like everything. So it's 3% intellect. So if you think of it like okay, your flask is gonna give you 3% more int. Intellect potion is gonna give you 3% more int. Obviously your base stat, arcane intellect, is gonna give you 3% more. Like it's like very, very, very good. My current setup, right? It's giving me basically 50 bonus int just passive all the time, which I think is very strong. I don't know exactly how you'd quantify that in DPS if you compare it to some of the other Soulbinds right now, but I think it'll definitely be a good option for us, like moving forward for like raid stuff. What is that for all the buffs in the top corner? On the top right is called Elcano's buff bar. It's just a way, like, I feel like it's just a little more cleaner, like, consolidated. It's easier for me to see, like, the duration of stuff this way. And it kind of keeps it where, like, the stuff is on either side, so, like, the center of my screen is not so cluttered.
The far side is in the right facing the boss.
Correct.
But it's Elcano, E-L-K-A-N-O, E-L-K-A-N-O.
3 on your left, 4 on your right.
Sure.
Do you want to feast, Ethan?
Yes, please.
Sorry, Sky, just saw your message. So which would you prefer? Icy Vein says Phantom Fire. Is Phantom Fire the one that's like the like the shadow oil one? I just use the int one. Because it's 190 int, and this snapshots with like most of your minions. So like...
Does that trinket change stat? Or is
basically, if this has 1 second left on it and I cast Dreadstalkers, my Dreadstalkers for their whole duration do damage as if I have an extra 190 int, right? What are you using to show your secondary stats? It's just a weak aura. I just googled like secondary stat weak aura. This was all like by default was all like colorful, and I just changed it so that they're all white, so it's just not as irritating on the eyes. If you just Google secondary stat weak aura, it should come up. I don't know why I'm all green. Is there anywhere specific you want gate on this fight? I haven't really in the past ever put it anywhere. But do you guys need it?
I don't think we need gate.
Okay. Well, in that case, go like that. I feel like sometimes I need to like move around to go like grab like one of the little potion things here, or like over here. I feel like this is a visual bug because of like the mechanics of the last fight. But yeah, for potions, I generally use the intellect potion. I haven't been doing a good job of using this one. I should be using it in the on the pull, but I haven't been. I'll try and use it here. Ideally, I should have it macroed into my Felguard. But I should be able to hit it. I should be able to hit it fine. I guess someone threw green paint on you? Oh, it's a toy? But it doesn't give me a buff? It's kind of annoying. It's green. How do I demo properly? It's a little too open-ended, Bendy. I don't know how to answer that. If you watch all my videos, then you'll demo properly. No, I'm just kidding. If you have specific questions, man, I mean,
I know a passage that leads back
happy to
the
answer them,
engine.
but I don't. That's a little too vague. What are we waiting for?
Jeddah, you're having Quan do the canisters.
Yep, on the right side. I'll just call it out.
So we macroed in our health trinket with our Fel Domination and our
Brain,
resummon.
Make sure if you're not Quan or Jeddah, please soak because they're doing really hard work as well. Melee help if you can. On the orbs, when they're empowered with the lines between them, like take the 50 seconds you need to do it properly and not just die by running through the shit. Oh, Skullman, I'm gonna have you do the first AMZ for the ads when we're stacking, and Loopy will do second AMZ.
Sounds
And
good.
after that, it'll probably be warrior shouts if we need. Loopy, you good?
I just
What was
do
your question?
Torghast's demo. Dude, Torghast is so fun
I
as
just
demo.
said I'll let you know when AMZ's back up if we have a third ad or a fourth ad or whatever.
Okay, thank you. Libby, are you good? Okay, we're gonna pull.
Okay, so at 5 seconds, we're gonna recast our.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I got trinket off that time. Oh, great. The thing's all on top of my buff bars. We do have PI here, so I'm gonna actually be able to get 2 full hands off right there. We should get big damage right here.
So,
Open 3.
it's gonna be an orb mechanic.
Open 4. 2 open.
So, so orb mechanic.
Save demonic strength here for when they're stacked.
Open 4.
Seriously?
Okay, I have 10 seconds on burst.
Start.
Liam, walk closer to it. Driz, walk closer to your orb.
That was okay.
Open 3. Big dam here.
Kelly, that's soaks as well.
Open 4.
Plus, please. Okay, orbs. Might have to watch the lizards.
Incinerate them.
So
Trying to get back here a little more just because that way I can catch vials. Oh. It's kind of annoying that these anima little things are over my buff bars. That's a little weird. I haven't noticed that before. I don't know if that's like always
Healer's
happening. I just
second
haven't been paying
container
attention.
opening.
this is Lupi's AMC. Once you tour stuff. Coach, go to the other circle. Perfect. Move that board. Move to coach.
Back.
Move past him.
Open 4. 3 containers open. Watch out for that orb.
45 seconds on my burst here again.
Heroes, whoever that's. Oh, it's 2 people. Can we? Oh, no, 1 heroes.
Open 3. Open 3.
Does anyone have a timer? Okay.
I think they've changed it so it retargets.
They're rallied.
Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna build up 3 shards here, and then I should be able to burst again.
Flash shot if you can.
Can you handle another container, healers?
Oops. Probably. Players, do you have a cooldown? We're killing inside. Kill boss, keep doing soaks. Yeah, I guess they, like, the orbs don't do much when they go off. Do the orb mechanic. Get some practice. Don't go into the lines, okay.
Go! Almost 5k DPS. 4.8.
Good job. We are heading to Artificer.
Some big tyrant crits there. I did kind of a bad job with my crit trinket on that. I'm not a.
Res who went down there, or did
This trinket is pretty tough. I think it's. I mean, it's arguably like my best one from a simming perspective, but it's. I don't know. I feel like it might be better to
Did you
use
see us
it.
swap to someone else do it? Because I saw you still had it well dead.
Like, I don't know. Maybe use like the 1 minute PvP cooldown one, and
Roll for that club.
just not very good at using it.
It does some damage, but it's over 10 seconds. I don't know if we timed cooldowns right, but...
There's no caster. There we go.
It's if I use a different legendary though, so if someone else like needs it, then
Well, you're the only one that seems to want it, so.
okay.
I got it last week from someone who had a duplicate. Yeah, Oxford gave it to me last week.
Torghast is amazing for me. Is Venthyr Demolock is the Covenant ability you also summon tyrants? Really? That sounds pretty cool. I could see Venthyr being really good as well. Because you can throw your like AoE out and it like decurses or like puts your curse up on everything and you get like that cleave damage. So like you do the Covenant ability and like demonic strength over and over again. I could see being really cool. I really liked Venthyr a lot from a utility perspective.
The curse?
I liked Venthyr's second like to Necro from like just kind of the way it seemed like it would play and kind of the general feel of it. But the ability outside of the utility, like I thought Venthyr would be really fun. If I was doing more Mythic Plus, I could see Venthyr being really cool because you kind of have that utility of basically applying curses on all these like AoE packs, which can be pretty valuable. Or in like BG settings, I could see it being pretty solid as well. But it just doesn't have a lot of value in like a raid environment. single target DPS wise. I didn't like it thematically as much as Necro, and I didn't think it had as much use case in like arena and PvP, where I thought Demon Bolt has like a lot of burst potential with different setups, you know. But yeah, I could see. That's cool. Your Venthyr though. I've seen very few Venthyr Warlocks.
But if you want a lot of haste, it's available.
I got it.
I can see that being solid in Torghast too.
Go to the boss
I can see that
real
being
quick.
a lot of fun. Venthyr ability I only use on large pulls in Mythic Plus. The damage is so lacking. Yeah, see, that's unfortunate, man. I wish that wasn't the case, but the utility's so cool. I mean, it's like, if there's AoE packs, right, and you are going to apply your curses, like it saves you 5 or 6 globals, which has a lot of DPS value. It's just in a different, you know, in a different way.
Your other monk.
How's Night Fae for Demo Lock? Night Fae, I think, is the highest performing right now. Because one of the trees is gives you like mastery and stam, which just scales very, very well with Demo currently.
They don't need more encouragement.
I do wonder.
Kill the Hawkeye. We can't touch traps.
But I don't want to kill you, Ethan.
I'm excited to test out all these different conduit options. I feel like there's so many different ways you can combine all this stuff.
Got an assassin coming in players.
But yeah, Night Fae is very strong, I think, right now. It seems like every time I look on logs, I haven't looked in the last like week or so, but generally all of the highest parsing locks are all Night Fae. There's definitely some up there that are the other. Like there's some Necrolord Warlocks that parse very well. Same with like Kyrian and stuff. I've seen like all of the Covenants can do very well. You know, I don't know how much of it is, how much RNG there is to it. Maybe if certain Covenant trees or like have some kind of weird proc or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know that much about the other Covenants because I've played my Warlock the vast majority of the time so far in Shadowlands, and I'm obviously like I'm Necrolord, so I haven't gotten to experience the other Covenants that well. I don't really know how strong some of those trees are.
Our people starve outside the castle walls. Yet
Nice bumper.
Indulge their avarice.
As they dance and feast, the jailer amasses an army to
I'm gonna turn my
destroy
hat
the
because I can't.
Shadowlands.
It's annoying if I wear my hat backwards. I can't put my head on my
Believing the lies of
head on my chair.
Many valuable weapons adorn these halls. Let us liberate them from the grasp of these aristocrats.
Just gonna have green paint on me forever.
Please interrupt the casters if you can.
They have 77% haste.
I did a Torghast earlier, and I got up to 266% haste. It was like actually hard to cast
Guys,
abilities in the right
bleed
order
just
because my
needs
haste
to
was
drop
so
below half health
fast.
and it goes away. You don't have to heal them while they're doing it. Two curses, please. Don't stand in the blue seeds. Melee and ranged.
Are you resetting the
I
boss?
think I did that last week.
Oh yeah, you can both last tier and cooldowns. Don't
They always
stand
cheat.
in the blue seeds.
I almost did it right there.
Holy shit, melee.
Any improvements on the biggest tyrant setup video you did last month? Kind of. So, we're trying it tonight. This is the first time trying it. We had talked about it last week on stream. About running Fell Celerity as a finesse conduit. Makes your Fell Domination a 2-minute cooldown. And then that way you can resummon your main
to get in. Just know you want to get
Fell
into
Guard.
this.
That's it's one kind of big improvement.
2 or fewer seconds left. And if you're a class that doesn't
Because
need
that's
to go with
another
the wormhole, just like don't do
ish
mobile
in the
thing.
health pool when it comes to our minions. A demonic consumption health pool.
Relisting phase 3.
Yeah, after the first big explosion.
You want me to run melee seeds?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I can do it.
I think triangle was the one there. I think star was in the back. Yeah, thank you. Perfect.
I don't know how many people we lost. Do we need a feast?
Angela and Jizza, use personal food, please.
But yeah, Skull Crusher, that's like the main thing. So you'll see me cast Fell Domination throughout this fight. I don't know how much of a DPS gain it is. I'm assuming it's worth it.
So if we do this, we
for
will be fine. I'll just ask
the
for
little
people
bit
with
of lost
immunities and that kind of
uptime.
stuff to soak where
When it comes to your Fell Guard,
we'll just do it live. Range try to cheat. Range
but-
try not to be in
so if
your
you see me
melee, so don't
casting
get
Fell
traps.
Domination throughout the fight, that's wise. I have it macroed with my HP trinket. So we basically go HP trinket, Fell Domination,
If you get the
Fell
blue
Guard
dot on you
summon,
in phase 2, please use your personal
and then we
defensive,
basically
health
do
stone,
the same
whatever,
thing we were
if it
doing
fixed hard.
before. How does synergy feel compared to Horn Nightmare? I like synergy in general. I'm not really noticing it as much in a raid environment because I'm very
dot in
rarely
phase
looking
2
at my
is
actual like damage
called-
numbers. But I feel like my
Wither
DPS is
Touch.
fine. I feel like I'm still like on par with
That's a good time to karma or dampen magic or dampen harm
5, 4,
or elixir because you guys have
Oh.
like 4 fucking cooldowns.
1.
Wonderful. I have been hoping to test these
kind of use the wrong setup there, but it's okay. It still works. I have PI here, so that feels bad.
Spooky ghosts, hop in quick if you need to. Go around in the reef for like a second. Watch your feet.
They popped all our cooldowns and then got the circle.
Shots coming. I'm gonna clear this out. Ranged if you can, be further back from melee.
Their walk beckons. You cannot bargain with death.
I'm gonna kind of hug this way a little bit because
Mind your step.
right now my demonic gateway is on cooldown. So if I get the portal, I'm not gonna be able to run over there fast enough.
Infinite armies
Spirits
are
again.
mine to provide the anticipation.
Good double, last set.
This relic is killing me.
Oh, we know. I think we fizzed. Oh no, that's true. Yeah, we fizzed.
Mind your step. cannot bargain with death.
Actually, I should hold Vile Fiend, hold Vile Fiend.
Trap with melee curve.
Just get stunned from it.
Break the out.
Yeah.
Get the drop everyone.
You cannot bargain with death.
Next set of trap Drizzt will do please clear with turtle. Watch your feet. Second to this. Sorry, Mr. Dollar.
Destruction is guaranteed. The war beckons.
I think we're in phase 3, so yeah.
You have stage 3.
Yep, triangle is perfect. Watch your feet. Good. Okay, I'll try to call Annihilate, but if you can avoid it, just avoid it. Traps are fine. Range you can shift over. Actually, you can wait until it starts and then shift over, it's probably better. One more set of wormholes. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Good. Cool, we're running against it. Get sucked in. Okay, bust. Hero Sarah, please. Ranged if you can't back up.
I don't have I'm gonna wait 15 seconds for my burst. I'm gonna kind of miss this less, but that's okay.
Could someone suck traps, please?
I got it.
Okay, thank you. Good. We probably want more Annihilate.
Destruction is guaranteed.
Annihilate happening.
Time your step.
Or mastering right against it. Get sucked in. Bubble's not up.
Damn, I died.
Lost.
I think I'm dead, right? Yeah.
Destruction is guaranteed.
Clear.
It still throws me off when that happens because I'm like, did I die? I should have taken my circle a little bit sooner there to buy me another second. That first time I got sucked in like too fast. My timing was off a little bit right there. We still did okay though. I think we were around this much DPS last week. I think.
Good job. Masters when you can, please, Loris.
It's also like 20 seconds late. Like if I don't think there's anything I could have done, but we were like a little, like about 20 seconds late for Bloodlust, which would have been really big. If I could have gotten an extra Bloodlust, like big tyrant, it would have been pretty impactful. So we like kind of had a scuffed Bloodlust there.
There's a press plate if you want to roll for it.
Never get those portals right, dude. I mess that up like every week. That's like it's so common that I die in the last like 30 seconds of that fight.
Kind of depends how hard we bump.
It's like I can do it the first time with the Windrush totem. I can make it work, and then
okay.
Once we don't have Windrush totem, I just get killed every single time.
Okay. As long as we get the timing correct, it will be better.
But I think overall, I do think I like Synergy. I'm probably gonna keep leveling up Synergy first. That's probably gonna be my first high level one.
Alright, let's take my bank.
For two reasons. One, because it's on our helm slot, so just getting the increased stats on our helm is gonna be big. And I feel like it's about as impactful as Horn Nightmare, just in a different way.
We'll drop another Cauldron and I'll drop down the Codex.
That sounds good.
So, and I think synergy is going to be better for PvP. So, my plan as of now is just to level up demonic synergy. That's the one I think I enjoy the most. Playstyle wise, we have our weakauras we just set up, so I think, you know, I'm gonna start kind of trying to practice watching for that and being able to better time my.
Yeah, burn on the bear.
Better time my, like, you know, demonic strength and all that kind of stuff.
Got lost before, but we'll find out.
Damn, dude, it's so laggy.
Well,
I'm gonna get a new video card here pretty soon too, because these FPS drops are really rough.
Jump in the explosion.
This fight, I think demonic synergy will be very good on because we'll gain that bonus damage from on our Fellstorm and our demonic strength proc, like that bonus 15%. So if I can time my demonic strength and my Fellstorm well.
Of those using Shadow Core Oil and Sharpening Stones, make sure you refresh those before the boss.
It will serve us well.
This one's pride and arrogance are legendary.
Popping down the cauldron.
Come, let us deprive.
Oh, we're resetting, right?
Yes. Run, Glar. Run faster.
Grip, please. Grip.
Grip. Okay. Oh, you can't tell through the gate? Oh, it works. Yeah. Glar, just if you need the grip, ask for it before you pull. Just to be sure.
I thought I had jump up. I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay. Take a flask. If you need to change channels, now's a perfect time.
You just need to be standing next to it. You don't click on anything. Just heads up.
Yeah, you'll get a buff on you in here. The best way?
Be Kyrian?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh no, I shift clicked.
Wait, aren't you Kyrian?
Oh. Change talent in this little circle right now. That's what this codex is for. On triangle.
Yeah, it's like an alien version of the book. Eat the feast if you died like me. Let's see.
You want Ring of Pieces on this?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Perfixes.
I wonder.
Thanks, Travis.
I wonder if you're running demonic synergy, how much the DPS. I'll have to test it. If the DPS difference, if you ran like Soul Strike, Inner Demons, Sacrifice Souls.
I want
that PvP
to say no,
setup we're
Shimmer
doing
can be pretty clutch, so I would not.
I feel like in order to really test that out, though, I'd have to be using it. Like this HP trinket's only good because of demonic consumption, right? Like it has a lot of intellect on it because it's high level, which is ideal. But ideally, obviously, we'd have like one of these other trinkets.
God. Okay, so.
I wonder if that playstyle would work with Sacrifice
You're just or Oxford. You're gonna run in.
Implosion
you're gonna
legendary
throw
here?
your
No, I'm gonna
Guardian
stick
on
with
the
demonic
boss, and then you're gonna
synergy.
start divine hymning. Everyone else be pumping. Loopy gets the left two. Skullmen get the. I don't know. Get the back right ad. Someone just kick the front right ad, please, so we get them all in. We're gonna leave Darathos up at like 20% health.
Usually the issue isn't so much the damage, like the AoE damage, as much as it is like killing KT. So I still want to try and focus on like that single
I think we've all done this
setup,
fight before. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. You gonna do a ready check? Yes, take your circles out, take your arrows out, please.
I'm gonna
You want GA?
I'm gonna save all my big burst cooldowns.
I'd like Polaris to do it, where as it ends, and then Angel, Angel, I want you to save yours for when the canisters are on the ground, so those get boosted.
Yeah.
Soul Strike's already used sometimes for high mobility fights. All three are not really viable.
I
I think if you're running synergy, Soul Strike is more worth it, right? Because you're constantly getting 15% bonus damage to it.
Something with Ascendance.
Which I feel like it makes it work. I also really like how fluid Soul Strike feels, right? Because you're trading like Vile Fiend, which is a hard cast spending one shard, to an instant cast generating a shard. So it feels like you get like a lot more Handable Dans. Like your shard generation is just a lot higher.
I usually use the like font.
But I'm kind of nervous because I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it in like a raid environment yet, or tried it in a PvE situation.
We're gonna hold on using the fonts on the right side until Alec lets us know. Is it just on cooldown or is it during Ascendance, Alec?
It's during Ascendance too.
Okay. Can you tell us when it falls?
Yeah, it'll be 15 seconds.
Okay.
Does everyone understand that too, by the way? Don't be on the right side.
Just on pull, basically. Just be on the left. You can like just start out, go grip the right ads and CS them, but after that, be left. Okay, we are gonna pull.
You're gripping back right, Skullman?
Yes.
So I'm gonna save cooldowns. I'm not gonna use all my stuff on
or GA, whatever it's called these days.
On pull here.
So. Okay, make sure you're getting out with your castigation. Okay, we're ready for the Torturer low. Heal like canisters, Angel, or GS, it's not on.
So I work my way over here to be able to click one of these.
Come on the right side now.
Yeah, use the fonts. Off heal if you're an off healer. You can lay on hands if you want. Okay, kill the Torturer. Watch out for circles, and we're all running to square. Yep. Oh, I'm marking myself. Sorry. Finish Darethus. Cool. We're stacking on square. Grab a blast. Okay, we're soaking it, and then we're gonna move to the right. Move to the right. Oh yeah, melee. Yeah, thank you for pulling the boss. Melees are hitting. Quick run through. It's the Blazing Surge. Back on square. We need to be as in line with the boss as we can. So I'll try to do a good job of that. It's gonna be Ember Blast next. Soaking.
I feel like our positioning is a little bit different this week.
Move to the right.
I feel like we're further away from the boss.
Run through. Run back immediately. Did we lose right after the phase, or did we wait for infusers?
Right after.
Cool. You can maybe use one pedestal, otherwise you're on ads. Healers were pumping. When do we have GSs up?
I'm up.
So they lust here and then they spam heal.
Okay, first person, I think heal 4, use it.
They spam heal this guy so that we get back into that phase again.
Pedestals, we're gonna be on ads. We're doing the first set of infusers and then we're pushing as hard as we can.
I should send my pet on here. That's kind of bad of me. I think I can if I like curse him or whatever.
I'll do another GS up.
I'm gonna save Demonic Strength.
Glar, can you shout? One more GS, please.
I think I would have it up again, but I don't know that I want to.
Okay, we're gonna hold on for infusers. Just hold on for a second. Kill the red. Honestly, I think we could have pushed, but soul infusers. Range, get the right side ones with the fire. There's 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
You should be able to push now, I think.
Yes, we're gonna push. Well, I'd rather just kill the infusers.
They're gonna fall by the time they get them up anyways.
Okay, push. Cool. We are coming to Diamond. Everyone is booking into Diamond. I don't care if you want to hit the boss. And we're hitting Kel, we're ignoring the gargoyle. Stack on square.
My head's back up in 3 seconds.
Okay. Just find a time trying to dance to use it. Our master here. We're on square, we're soaking. And we're moving.
I'm gonna also wall.
We don't want to move from boss. We might have to go through. We'll see. Go through. Go through. Make sure you come back around. We're for soaking. Good soak. Pop our boy. Good job. Tanks, I think the one thing there is like he was in front of us.
So
was it you just need more time to get positioned?
I mentioned this last week, but if you guys do this fight, this fight you can definitely pad
like
your
instead of
numbers
being
on,
parallel
right?
to us, he was just in front of us.
Is this for the weapon?
When you were dragging him to diamond,
Is this
like
the
his
two-hander?
first fiery strike just hit the entire raid.
Is this a two-hander or the one-hander?
Okay.
If it's the one-hander, I might actually use it if it's got
Yeah, there's
verse.
3 today. Polaris got his in his vault, I think.
Do they have verse on it?
Oh,
Okay. So I got one last week, so I don't need this.
Non-alchemist finished the cauldrons.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, Oxford, if you wouldn't mind talking.
The thing that's really, really like significant on this this fight is you can pad doing a bunch of AoE damage, right? The thing that is super massive, if you do like that setup I did where I saved all my cooldowns till we get in that KT phase. Let's look at the KT damage done, okay? 586,000 damage done to KT. This is the damage that you need to do to kill the boss, right? That's how you get that done in that 2 phases like that, and we push it real quick the way we time all that out. 586k damage done. So I wasn't top damage, but how much damage did I have done to KT? 281,000, 416, 270, 402. I've literally like doubled everyone's damage as it relates to specifically the KT phase. So my overall damage is fine, but the part that's really significant, the way I'm using my cooldowns, is I'm really, really prioritizing the damage in that KT phase. So my single target burst on KT is massive. We did 500,000 damage, over 500,000 damage to KT just by ourselves, which is really huge. So it's important to understand that, because from a whatever, you just want to look at blank DPS, that's fine, but you also want to understand the value we have. Our basically 2-minute cooldown lines up with that single target on KT. The movement basically doesn't affect us because we can ramp up while he's running to that spot in that beginning time if you time it all right, and then your actual damage, the vast majority of it coming from your tyrant in that KT phase, right? So again, like, we still did good overall damage, but you can see like I was 100% prioritizing my damage on KT. You can see our tyrant did almost 200,000 damage by itself just to KT. Like, it just did a ton of damage.
Keep going.
Nice weapon coin. I know, yeah, that's clutch. I have a good weapon, but that might be itemized a little bit better.
Well, we are not representing this boss because it's difficult, so don't use your stuff.
Good luck with the rest, right? See you, Sky. Thanks for hanging out, bud. So like the first couple times when we did that fight, that Sun King's fight, we were having a hard time pushing those windows with KT. Our damage, the way our damage was spread, we were having a hard time getting the timing down. We were like killing him quick enough, because eventually what happens is the room fills up with fire.
We like decided that
So
there was like a 3.
The timing took a lot of like coordination to kind of get that down, but then I started switching my priority to just damaging in that KT phase, and that seemed to be working
So
well.
yeah, we're
where
gonna
we're like
try
just burning him in those phases real
Stravos,
quick.
Miklos, Frida.
We still, I mean, 4,500 DPS on that fight is good.
Oh, that is risen for. The thing
I don't know what
that
kind of parse that
changes
is, but
when she dies last
but
is
it
that
is solid. I think we have
she
vlogs. Do we have vlogs going?
casts 2 things. One, every time she like
I can link
damages,
logs too
it
for you
makes
guys
a
if you guys
small
want to see
pool.
them.
It's not that big. It just means like when we spread out for the like phase 2nd boss mechanic, like it'll drop pools. They're not that big. Just like spread out is all you really have to do. And then don't stand in pools. Then she also does soul spikes on the tanks, which is, it's like the 3rd boss of Sanguini. It's like a channel thing on the tanks. I believe what you're supposed to do, tanks, is like it hits 4 times. It's one person takes 2, then you taunt, take the
There's
other 2.
logs if you guys are
The
curious.
raid I did it with,
wanna
the
see 'em
taunt
at all.
didn't work, and someone just took 4. So we'll just have a external ready in case that happens. Any bonus. And as always, it is 6 dances on heroic.
Be killer to have a video breaking that fight down. That's
Nate
one that I
and
struggle with.
Fox4, please use personal food.
Yeah, that's a series I definitely want to do. I definitely want to do that. I want to do like a boss breakdown for each fight. Not necessarily like a playthrough, but like kind of like clipping or slow motion on certain parts. to show it down,
good
but
question.
I need to
we're
kind
gonna
of figure
lust
out
when
how
Frida is the
to,
last person alive.
how to
So
do
it's
that. I
best
don't know
to
if I should like use paint, or I don't know exactly how I do it. I
Which
have
is
like an
100.
idea in my head of how I want to do that, of showing like positioning and kind of like doing almost like a football play, like run through of the boss fights and
The soul specs.
where I'm positioning and stuff.
Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does do area damage.
Covenant Maldraxxus, yeah.
It's probably not irrelevant. It'll probably just be
We're
great
testing
damage,
out
but we won't be
Bonesmith.
dealing with other stuff, so we'll have cooldowns most likely. 1 second, I want to check something. Warrior shot, please. Polaris, let us know when you're done looting up. Okay, we are good to pull. Remember, skull first. Oh, melee. Be perpendicular to the boss in the tank. I will give you guys markers.
Okay, so takeaway when we did this last week
If you get hit by one, whatever dash, it's bad. If you get hit by the second
is
one,
I
you
need to
die, that's
implode
sad.
a lot on this fight.
Yes, it does. You'll have to move.
That's going to be the trick here on this fight, is we have to use implosion a bunch. Because I mentioned this before, when they jump back up onto this ledge,
Remember, we're dancing 6 times in the intermission.
they go basically immune, but it basically wastes all your imps damage. So we want to implode every time right before they go immune to maximize our damage here. I'm going to save all
It's
my
gonna be
cooldowns
first
for
kick.
after we get the first attendant.
Tendy coming out. Dad and Chud, you will be on second kick, and then the warriors, Liam and Purpler will be on third. If you need to, you can just be inside her to hit the other boss and not get hit. Sorry, I forgot to do that ahead of time. Dad's coming out. Found your partner. Good. Don't stand in shit. Looking pretty good. Good. Interrupt on Frida.
Kick.
Okay. Loopy, do you have next?
Loopy, take Salvo.
Go with phase. Drivers that use rings. Very nice. Find your spot.
Oh, I got most of that implosion off. Did you see that right there? I got most of the implosion off. Okay, so we do 6 dances.
That's it. First kick on her is Loopy. Then it's the Demon Hunters. Then it's the Warriors.
Boogie down. Comes forward.
2 more dances.
Sachet left.
Sachet left.
Shimmy right.
Good. Kill the dance man.
Was simply delicious.
Melee, give him time to reposition. Okay, next kick is Demon Hunters. Tendy coming out, and then kill the Tendy. On the Tendy. This is still Demon Hunter kick. Resaddle.
You're running so fast, Joda.
Kick, Frida. Good. Next is Warriors. Actually, Loopy, you can get next, right?
Oh yeah, I should go with it.
Okay, yeah. It's been a long time.
Okay, big
next is
damage
Big
here.
Boss. Not Frida. Loopy's next kick. Switching to Tendy. When you guys have time, can we center for the ads? Just coming out. Good. Remember, Frida's mechanic, we all spread out. Don't run into the bouncers or you'll be bounced onto someone. I will aura master it. Good, spread out. Good.
That was pretty brutal. I got a bunch of
Got
frame
Lucas,
drops right there.
50%. Finish that one waiter. Kick on Frida. Okay. We're about to phase, we should be okay. Find your spot.
We'll have a attendant when we come out of dance.
Okay, we'll kill Tundi. Make sure we're on Nicholas and not Frida, guys. She's pretty low, even though she could just be cleaved.
Boogie down. Prance forward. Shimmy right. Prance forward. Shimmy right. Stop this nonsense.
And finish Nicholas. There's a Tundi actually, Tundi. Okay, maybe has that kick. It's gonna be Reyna next. Players will need
I'm gonna save demonic strength for Tyrant here.
I believe. Sure. Witters. Okay, so we really want to spread far in the last phase with just her because it does limit our room. So spread. Tundi coming. Good, kill the Tundi. Use the whole amount of room plus, please. Oh, you did. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so they shouldn't melee. They shouldn't melee. That just happens from her, like that's gonna happen every time she casts. Gradual eruption happening, spread. Move this to him. Okay, move. There's gonna pulls the enemies spreading around. Just move out of them. Okay, I had Sacklar. Shout Liam if you can. Okay, there's gonna be more pulls, they're almost done spawning. Make your way over if you can. Okay. Oh yeah, so dance resets it. Nice.
I don't think this will space, by the way.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that's literally what happens when it's free to last.
This fight's so tough, man. The way this mechanic works is just with the pet AI is so crap.
It's free real estate.
I don't know how they could change it to fix it, but the fact that like the boss goes invulnerable and you can't redirect your tyrant, you can't redirect your imps, makes it really tough on this fight for us.
Good, finish her. There's gonna be pulls from the drain. There's gonna be a pull in melee. Nothing you can do. Spread out, Iron Mastery. It's gonna be certain as a result.
Tyrant, go! Big damage, go! Go! God, these frame drops are real.
Good job, guys. See, that was easier, and I think we actually like did every mechanic properly. So good job. Watch them.
He died.
Let's run to like the main room repair, and we're gonna take our 5-minute break.
Perfectly in the middle of raid.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a much better strategy. Good call there.
Yeah, I think like Nicholas is definitely doable, but everyone said free is free, and boy is it free if you do the kicks.
I can drop a summoning portal, Libby, if you want to go and change conduits.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, Coach, before we take our break. Where are you up there, Lord?
Good old Fist of Sludge, baby. I actually like the Sludge Fist fight.
Help you if you want to go change stuff. It's totally fine. And we're gonna do a break.
True, you left considerable detritus in your wake. If you're so fond of wreckage, my lumbering friend.
Wait, where is he? Where are they?
Yeah, we're in the boss room.
Who making this ruckus? Nobody disturb master.
No. See that they do not.
I'm gonna grab some water real quick while we take this little break. BRB. I need to get a haircut. My my barber, like, since COVID started, the barber's like literally closed. I've called them like 5 times trying to get a haircut, and they're closed. Pug life. I haven't actually tried pugging the raid at all. I feel like it would be pretty hard.
Hey, Lucky here, buddy.
I feel like it'd be pretty hard to pug it. You guys have tried pugging like normal?
Any chance I could also get, I'll buy stat to chest and chain.
Oh, free.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Still got a lot of maths.
Actually, could I trade this one in for an internal insight?
Yep.
Let me... Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy.
Sure thing.
When Alex's eyesight eventually wears from old age, I'll be here to make some chance for you, Henry.
Okay.
My eyesight is actually already trash.
Is it really?
If I didn't have glasses, I would not legally be allowed to drive.
Damn. I think my hearing's going. I think that's the one thing that I don't get.
So the one thing you can't get back.
Only ever plug the Mythic Trash Farm. I really want to do Mythic Shriekwing. I think we're going to try and do it this week.
As long as you don't have tinnitus.
I want to start trying to like get the first couple bosses on Mythic down.
I got a slight bit of tinnitus, and I don't blame the marshal for it. But I do.
I don't have nearly as bad of eyesight as Rocky though.
Maybe it's just a group to
eyesight
get
is
into, but either lack DPS or people can't help breaking their chains.
Talking trash?
I remember
this fight,
in 9th grade I tried your glasses.
I feel like this fight would be really hard with a pug.
I was like, this
They're
sucks.
not that bad.
It's pretty. You have to like.
They were.
People have to
Briggs
not use their
overlock bucket.
abilities, which I feel like is always.
I didn't know that was Rocky.
I think Wiggle said he's rebooting, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes, Coleman's
Dolman is Rocky.
come back
One
into
of the
this.
OGs.
Eat. There's a new feast down. Eat it.
This set would be pretty cool to
Don't
have
forget to
too.
refresh your oil. Who wasn't here last week when we killed this? Anyone?
I was not here.
You weren't here. I thought Oxford wasn't here. Any others? Okay. So last week we were lucky enough to have Corey helping us out. But basically the way it works is the new mechanic on Heroic is Chain Slam. So every so often he targets a ranged person and will pull them in after time. What we do to avoid chains breaking is every single ranged person soaks that, you get pulled in, and then in a little bit he casts the knockback roar, and then that that will push your range far away from melee. Tonight we are going to have Alec try to be guiding the ranged. So listen for Alec's voice. It might go roughly the first few times. That's okay, because he has to get used to it. Just me and Alec will be talking a lot. For the most part, range listen to Alec, melee listen to me.
Just as a heads up for the range, if you weren't here last week / if you need a refresher, it's going to look something like this. If the boss is on Glar, we're going to get pulled in, and I'll say something like we're going towards Moon, we'll move slowly out, and then we'll let him just push us backwards.
Yeah, and
we're going to aim for a marker every time.
I wonder which of these are going to be good.
You can cast while being pushed. If you run against it, you can't cast. So I think what we did is typically on the pillar, after the pillar, we ran against it, and then otherwise we typically just did it on the fly.
Like, I don't feel like this will be good for PvE at all.
If you have a 2-minute offensive cooldown, use it on pull. A few minutes, use it on the
I
first
could see
pillar.
this being good for
Or less than the fourth
PvE.
pillar. Melee, like this melee, we're gonna be trying to be on his left foot, and
because I think this will be really
we are
strong.
going to do the thing again where as he does the stomp, we're gonna like run towards the pillar. So be with your partner. Don't use. Yeah, go on.
Can you do pillar order again? I always forget.
I believe moon, triangle, diamond, circle.
You're correct.
Why don't people use 3 minutes on Paul?
Because then it's up for the third pillar, not the fourth with lust.
Yeah, but don't you just hold it?
Well, if you use it on the first, running into the first pillar.
Yeah.
Right, forgot about that. Thanks, Jay.
I got you.
I was thinking about lining it up with my other, but yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, we don't have Corey this time. Who's gonna call it for ranged?
Alec, which you would know if you listened to
Oh,
Discord.
sorry.
So funny.
Alex calling it.
It's actually like clockwork. Nate says he needs a minute. Okay, he's back actually.
Wow, I was muted, dude. I was like, it's me.
Yes. So Alec, we had you guys start against the wall, right, for the pushback?
We weren't quite against the wall. We were about where Glar is, somewhere about here.
Okay, so at range you're gonna be on square, melee you're on me. When I inevitably get killed by someone fell rushing with chains, I'll move it to someone else.
Loopy, need a gate, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we start a little closer, Alec, and then we ended up after the pushback pretty much right where Coach's portal is?
Yep, I was about to say that. So the range will actually start a little bit closer than this, and we'll have him push us back into this position.
They always give me shit because I'm like never really paying that much attention in range.
There's a
'Cause
priority
if I'm streaming,
for
I'm
this
like reading chat and
for
like not
things
really
to knock back
listening.
to. If you get stomped, you really want to avoid that, so run with your partner. If you break the chains, you die. Getting hit by Rebel is bad, but it won't kill you. Running over Rebel is bad, but it doesn't do much damage. So like, don't be afraid to go through Rebel if you need to, but don't get hit by the stomp. And actually, don't kill your partner is like the first thing, because if one of you dies to the stomp, the other one probably broke the chain. So yeah, don't get stomped, and like when you're linked with a partner, there's be a red arrow. Like just focus on staying with them. It's okay. And yeah, if you need spiritual healing potions, please ask us and please use them. Use health stones.
I'm gonna put a bunch in the guild bank before tomorrow too, by the way. So please feel free to take them. They're very, very cheap.
Redo your oils. We're gonna ready check up. Oh, we were doing. Did we decide was the knockback physical? Did we ever figure that out?
It is not magic.
The timing on this is
not
really
magic.
weird for us,
Okay.
or for me, for us demo
It
locks.
was like Sonic or something.
Yeah.
Glad to catch a live stream. Which legendary are you using? We're using a Vision of Demonic Synergy. We got this new weak aura.
Blair's house.
So all you
Angel's
guys
house sketches it to
can
him
see
after,
everything
like,
we're
after
running.
The knockbacks is the rebel sometimes.
But yeah, we're running Demonic Synergy this raid. Rank 2 Demonic Synergy.
So I'm trying to think. We get knocked back, we use nothing. The first knockback after that is going to be Blair's him. The second knockback outside of a pillar is going to be Angel him. The third is Healing Tide. The fourth will be Blair's him again. We'll have shit up as needed.
Okay.
So whenever he knockbacks right after a pillar, we're not using a cooldown.
And he does not cancel the cast when you start casting.
Yes. While he knocks you back.
It's okay, Thomas. No,
Pilar and Nate.
I just give you a hard time. Is that people ask that all the time? So we got this set up here now, so the weak aura should work. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger and change it, but we just downloaded it right now during the stream.
Sounds so sad. Okay, we're gonna full.
Alright, range, remember we're gonna move up a little bit and then get pushed back to this position to start.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Be on the left foot melee.
Can I get a full
We're
5?
gonna try to move right as we can for Rebel. Stomp in 5.
Range, we're always going left for Rebel when we can.
Walk out. We're staying on this left foot. Your partner
That
gets
was really
stunned, you gotta
close.
have
I'm
to help
surprised I
them
didn't get
not
hit by
break the
that.
chain.
We're getting gripped in, we're gonna move right back to where we came from range. Just move a little bit out and stay here, get pushed back, push back.
After the pushback, take time to get close to your partner. It's okay. Walk out. Good. Walk forward.
Range always coming left.
Yeah, it's careful gaze. We're gonna start cheating towards the pillar, but not in front of him. We're gonna look this way. Whoever did that. Okay, wait. Okay, walk. Let's see. Heroes zeros if we can. We're hitting, we're topping.
Range, we're gonna try to move left again when we get debris on us.
Good, melee, we're giving them time to set up. Melee will be moving right, it looks like, for debris. Oh, walk out.
Alright, Range, we're coming. We're actually gonna go towards triangle. Come out this way a little bit. And get pushed back.
Move right. Move right.
Oh my
Fine,
goodness,
good
that was
job,
almost
finding
real
your
bad.
partner.
I thought he meant triangle like Glar.
Oh, we have one more stomp, and then we have hit walk out.
Range, just cheat away from the pillar a little bit. Towards the left here, yeah.
If okay, don't be in front melee. We're gonna wait. We're just gonna slow and steady. Get walk.
Maybe summon Tyrant here.
Yes. Oh no, we used
This is a little scuffed, but I think we
Range,
did
we're gonna
good.
get pushed back. Just don't get pushed into this rubble behind us. And we'll stay right here.
Good melee. We're gonna be on damage. Left foot. We're gonna rotate right.
Range, we're still going left.
Walk back towards range. Wait, if you're with charge, just wait by the pod. Good job.
In slam range, we're coming right back to where we came from.
Melee for the rebel, we go right.
Come out a little bit and get pushed back,
Yeah, we're just standing right by the boss. Is it possible to... Okay, walk back to range. Walk forwards.
With these figures.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go forward range, I'm sorry.
It's Hateful Gaze, we're gonna wait.
Let's move while we don't have chains. Keep cheating while we don't have chains.
There's chains. Okay, walk.
Okay.
Reminder that we're back in boss up. Range has to move in.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot in.
This is gonna be a weird one.
Yes.
Range, let's go all the way to the other side of triangle here after this. Move really slowly and just kind of cheat through here as a group.
Chains are back.
Gonna have to come forward still.
Left,
They're moving really far.
We're move to the left, we will be moving to the right, but we need to cheat a little bit. Okay, right. Good.
Oh. This thing doesn't LOS us?
Still got ample room range. We'll just keep moving. We're gonna come right back to where we came from.
Impact in 30 seconds, so I'm saving my big cooldowns for impact.
Move out, move out.
Backwards, backwards.
Oh, this is gonna be a weird push. Just take it together,
Full stone. There's semi-glare dead.
Do you have room?
Walk out.
Range, we got enough room to go left one more time.
Stay here.
Oh.
Can we get Angel up?
Get Blair's up. Charge. Just don't be in front. And yeah, we're lusting. We're gonna walk there. Walk. Good.
Range,
Big
we're gonna
damage
sneak
here.
left here between the rubble.
This is actually really good Tyrant right here. My timing was like
Yeah, they were
very
also
spot
gonna
on
pass
with
over this
that.
rubble to be close to where circle is.
Need to fight that. Oh, frame drop.
Go to the circle. Go to circle. Melee. Towards circle. Move right.
Left range. Let's come a little further left, yeah.
Move backwards. Towards moon.
They'll come back in a sec. Alright, Ranger, we're gonna go towards circle this time. Actually between circle and moon. Come out to this side, between the rubble, and get pushed back.
Walk out. Okay, so he's gonna slam. He's gonna wipe us. This is a really good first pull. There are a couple of chain jets we gotta work on. For the most part, good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. The timing of this is so weird.
Just we'll release, repair, and back. We're gonna this time.
Oh, he runs into the wall and then the whole building falls on you. Look, we're just a dead necro guy.
Can we switch?
That's kind of cool though. We're like a spirit of ourselves. So does all of our armor show, no matter what it is, or is it show different because of my transmog? I'm gonna ask the same question that's been asked 13,000 times. It's all good, man. That's all I got this week. Because I mean, people join the stream whenever, you know. I mean,
on me, we should be okay.
I don't blame you for asking. No big deal. So the way this works, if you're not playing Wilfrids,
If you are in a puddle on the ground, you will not get
basically I need to start my ramp up about 20 seconds left on Brutal Impact.
That is one thing we struggled with last week.
It's really tough. Like, so if you see the little bars right here on this part of my screen, when it says brutal impact, when it gets to about 20 seconds, 15 seconds.
That's big for range too. That's
when I need to. That's when I need to basically try and
That way, if any rubble falls on the group, we're not standing in it when it
like
comes
re-go
down.
on my big burst.
Yeah, the rubbles under the boss are so hard to see, players.
I think I might have been chained to everyone that game, or that attempt rather.
Can we get a lockstone?
So you can see, like, if we can time that well, which again is it's very tough because we've done this fight a bunch. So I've had a bunch of attempts on this and I'm still messing it up. That last pillar was the only one that I did well. But if we time it right, you see we did 22k crits on our demon fire. Like,
Jay, you want to be running
if we can time it with everything stacked and right as he hits that pillar, if you can get that timing down, it's insane.
Not that one.
Actually, this is okay. Jay, do you want to go change your talents?
In the right direction.
Yeah, sure.
Someone help me, someone, Jay, just
If it's just a talent, I'll get a book.
It'll take like a second.
Be using Wilfred's?
Grab your healthstones.
You think you'd be okay to continue using it? No, Wilfred's very good. The only reason I don't use Wilfred's is because it's not that good in PvP, at least like with like what I do in PvP, like my comps and just content I do. If it was better for PvP, I would probably use Wilfred's because I really like Wilfred's a lot.
Did you really check? That was like a really good first pull.
But Wilfred's is very good. Like on this fight, I think if you're using Wilfred's, I think you could potentially tire each of these pillars. It would be pretty hard to pull off, but I think you could.
Let's try and start him slightly to the right of where he was, Galar, so that we can right as we're standing there.
Yeah, I mean technically we could there. It's just tight as fuck.
Yeah. Just the one time you didn't, then there was rubble that followed you. It's unfortunate.
Okay, well, you good?
Yeah, getting a spicy tyrant's awesome. Yeah, certain fights. I wish that like the legendaries just like you didn't have to level them up, like they were just all the same eye level, so you could just freely swap between them. But I understand like also committing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is gonna be kind of a scuffed tyrant. I kind of messed that up.
We're going to the left foot in the way. Stomp's coming, we're just running back. Back to left foot. Good, god damn it.
We're coming right back the way we came, range. Cheat out a little bit and get pushed from here.
Okay.
Let's actually scoot back a little bit range if we can together.
Walk out.
Away from this, give him some room.
Good job avoiding the rubble. Good, forwards, walk. Okay, it's gonna be gaze. Let's start shooting towards the pillar, towards the range,
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I should have saved my that demonic core proc for that.
Someone get him, please.
I got around.
Range, we're gonna get pushed back, and then we're gonna take a step to the left here between these when we get rebel.
Cool, get in time position. We're gonna be as close to this rebel as we can.
Gonna be forward now, range.
I get a 4 for someone's stream. Thank you.
We're running from Stomp.
So we'll get it right after the circle goes down.
But we didn't get it. We're gonna push back the exact same way we came from. Step out and dodge this, get pushed. Make sure you dodge that.
Move right, Miller, sorry.
Okay, brutal impact.
Walk out. You guys don't go to the left, melee. We don't want to be in front.
Range, we're actually going to take one step to the right on this rebel.
Okay, you left melee, we don't have much room for it, or use it. Go to the right?
Right.
Good. Stomp running backwards towards the center of the room.
Are you gonna go up left here, up left towards the boss? I apologize for the late call.
Try to be as on dominant as you can. We're gonna move back and left to dodge any rebel during this chain slam.
Range, this is very awkward. Try to go through the rubble if we can. Trying to go back to where we came from. Really good work.
Chilling melee, it's gonna be Fang. Run out towards the center, it's okay. Back, he's gonna do the charge. Cool, we're gonna go through the center again right now, through the center.
Range set to move up towards the melee one. Moving up towards the triangle.
Keep walking, keep walking. Remember, we're shooting up closer range because the tanks are really at the front of the room.
Yep. Range, we're gonna have to move forward right when we get the rebel here. Should just start moving now before we get this one.
Melee.
A little further for healers.
Move right. Job.
I feel like some of these are not even going on people.
Walk out. There's the chain pushback will be your him.
Range, we're gonna want to take our next rebel to the left here by the pillar. We're gonna get pushed back though. We're moving towards the front of the room where we came in, the front of the room.
We're going right for rebel
This
melee.
side. Get out of that rebel, get pushed back.
Push back. Just one more stomp. You can barely hit it melee, it's possible, just try not to be in the ship. Okay, walk out.
Okay, we got brutal impact.
Range, we're moving to the left here, if we get a rebel.
It's gonna be gaze. Go ahead and lust. Or just walk over the rebel, it should be fine.
Remember, Range, we're still going left on rebel.
Go where we are, melee.
Can't see.
We should cheat right a little bit
I
towards
can't
this
see.
puddle, so we can
As
stack
left.
him.
As left as you can, melee. Move right,
Moving
melee.
left.
Walk to the right, melee. To the right, just move. I know we're in shit, it's fine.
A little forward left.
We're gonna move right next puddle there is, and then we'll need the boss move.
Coming
Chain
right
slam.
back here, Range, right back here.
Liam, shot, please.
Just get pushed back outside this rebel. Good work.
Walk out.
Go!
Moving forward, Range.
Go!
If okay, it's okay, we're gonna wipe.
I don't
we're
really
gonna
have any other
just push as
cooldowns,
hard as
just-
you can. Try to do it if you can. We'll see. Oh.
Oh boy.
That was really good. I mean, if we have those people up, we're totally fine. I think there was a.
Dude, imagine getting like a kill from this like half dead phase.
That's like
That'd
the
be so
hardest
sick.
overlap we gotta watch out for.
Like that's the reason
Also,
you
Clark,
kill the
did you
boss
get-
fight is
you just
you're
got
like
charged?
in that alive that last 10 seconds and you get the killing blow and your whole raid wipes.
Sorry about.
I'm using haste for mastery. You can see my secondary stats down here.
No, it's I would rather have Sarah yours there. It's fine.
I have a lot of verse just because of my gear, but ideally I stack as much mastery. I mean, sorry, as much haste as possible. I don't try and really stack mastery too much.
Probably just GS.
That was a
No,
one
I
shot.
literally got one shot. I was
Actually,
standing.
Oh.
I was.
GS would save.
I thought I was behind him, and apparently I was inside his.
That was good though. We had I had some good tyrants there. We got unfortunate. I didn't get a single crit on any of my demon
froze. I was
fires.
like, I legit don't know where we go here.
Yeah, so typically what I say for that is like we move melee as well, like we move backwards to dodge the thing and then we reposition.
What's your opinion about the last Soulbind? I really like it.
Is better than 4 people dying.
I really like the last Soulbind so far.
That is the hardest overlap I think this fight. I don't know what changed in like phase 3 and 4. Maybe we were lucky with Rebel, but like the positioning felt great. So good job.
We were lucky with Rebel.
I think.
Nice. Just keep doing that. Just keep being lucky. That's our go-to strat for tonight. The food.
I think this is going to be our go-to in a lot of PvE situations because.
Yeah, guys, make sure to use your cookies.
I think this will be very strong.
Too in the,
and I think this will be very good as we scale into.
It feels like.
So Ethan, the hardest one is actually.
And then I think this will be obviously our second option, but none of these bottom. Soulbind abilities are that good
in terms of Rebel.
in my opinion.
We can't move the boss anyway.
Like move speed, whatever, haste. This is good for like Mythic Plus.
That's the most important to keep that.
But I don't know that it'd be better than this. You know what I mean?
After Diamond and after Circle, we have a
and
lot
this
of the room we can go to.
Buff is stronger, but requires decimating bolt.
The feast.
So I don't know. I think this will be end up being like one of our
The reason we start on the left foot melee and like ranged is one person gets targeted.
I really like
with Rebel.
This so far.
It's
really
just
cool.
like traps and artificer. Like, so if we can't, Alec, like this is mostly on us, but like the more Rebel we bait into like a spot that doesn't affect us, like the easier the rest of the fight is, the less deaths we have. So like really focus on trying to bait Rebel where it won't affect us.
Yeah, we've been trying to stick to the outside until we move the boss to triangle, in which case we kind of start to fill in and move forward.
Yeah, Wiggles, like for the world first race, they had him charge the wall and blew everything and killed him. I think we'll just die even if he hits the wall. Like, yeah, ideally tanks have him 5th charge the wall, but I think if we have people up last pull, like the boss dies. So keep doing mechanics and we'll be good.
I do think we should charge close. I mean, there's no reason not to. Charging far delays the explosion by a moment, but it's not worth everyone running across the room.
Pots runes. Oh, do I have runes?
Ready, check.
You guys make sure you're using potions, guys. It's if you're not, maybe I'll take a gander tonight. So you guys.
I got potions if you need them.
Can I get int again, please? Also, yeah. Actually, like, if you're using combat potion, you want to save it for the last pillar with Lust.
Yeah, 4th pillar potion.
Okay, 4th pillar potion. I need to pay attention to that because I haven't been doing that well.
Pot I've ever seen.
We did get another good a good 4th pillar though. 2nd pillar is kind of scuffed. I need to start watching it a little bit earlier.
Okay, everyone's ready. Good. Okay, we're gonna pull. Really good job.
Could technically pot on pull and pot on the white mechanic, right?
He should die before then. That's what we're banking on. We're gonna pull.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cool. Left foot melee. Stomp coming up. Be careful about the gateway. Left of this rebel, and we're back on his left foot once the tanks move.
Range, we're gonna move it a little bit left of where we are right now. Coming out of this, we want to avoid that first rebel.
I can't see shit.
Move back a little bit, give the melee some space.
Push into the wall, I can't see anything.
Forwards.
I think you just, stay here.
I just died.
Oh,
It's a
sorry,
weird spot.
Merla retreating. Can we be Sarah?
Ceres! He ran forward. Why did he run forward? Do you guys see that? He ran this way. I ran this way.
Range, try to get pushed back between these two piles of rubble.
Come on, man!
Second square, guys. Second square.
Oh, that's interesting. So this kind of messes up the death recap because it counts like my second death as my death.
Go towards range.
Range, we're moving left.
Well, we're just going to be spectating from the sidelines, I guess.
Range, we're going to move kind of towards where we started here. Dodge that rebel, get pushed.
Kiri Night Face still the strongest for Mythic Plus.
It's a tiny spot for us, Millie. Good job.
The one that interact with your damage 10% above 75 and below 35. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that there's some of the other Soulbinds are probably going to be a little bit stronger.
Okay, let's walk towards the range for a second.
I mean,
careful for your partners.
oh, I can't pull this up while I'm dead. But I think the haste one I could see being good for Mythic
Range,
Plus,
we're gonna
but
run against
it,
this
like,
so we don't get
kind
pushed
of
back too far.
requires like chain pulling, I think, to really be effective, right? Like that, which I think is going to be hard to really get uptime. The crit one I think will be really valuable, and then getting 3% amp
Range stack
just
really
all
tight
the
to the right side
time
of this.
is going to
We're gonna be able
scale
to move
very
left
well
once.
later
Right,
into
right.
Shadowlands, right? More intellect is just going to be so good as we start getting
Sure
more
you're
and
not in
more
this?
intellect. It just as we
Or
start
move
getting
forward to
higher
the right,
level
forward to the
gear,
right.
that's going to be so much stronger than a lot of other things. And then having basically like a guaranteed like
Chain slam, we're
crit
gonna move out of the
spike.
rebel underneath and come right back to where we came
The thing
from.
that will be really
Keep walking,
telling
keep walking.
is
Get pushed
how
back,
highlight
the
back.
crit bonus works when it comes to like our minion critting. Like if my imp crits,
I can't get to the boss
does it
right now,
count
yes.
as a stack? Because if that's the case, we're going to be
That's
able to
okay.
like
Let's just
instantly be
hang up on the pillar.
proccing it. It's going to
Move
be very
forward,
fast.
forward range, forward.
Hang up with the pillar, Millie. The pillar.
But we'll have to test it.
Range
It's hard to
down,
say.
I know you want to hit the boss, but we can't.
Start to shoot forward. Boss is gonna go really far away. Run against this knockback, and then we're gonna move left for rebel.
But I'm thinking
Actually, we're gonna
Bonesmith
move
will
forward
probably
for
be
Rebel.
like the PvE go-to,
If we can.
if I had to guess right now. And then the first tree, I think, will be our
Start to shoot
PvP
forward.
go-to
I
for
thought it was coming
the
sooner. I apologize.
Right, Melee.
stun or the CC
worst calling I've
resist
done so
thing
far.
paired with Fleshcraft.
Walk back towards range.
Angel, use him help.
We'll see. That's kind of what I'm thinking, and I think that
Range, we
middle
gotta move
tree
forward
will
a little bit for
probably be
healers.
some kind of like cleave build, something I'll set up. I don't know yet exactly what I'm going to do.
Chain
with
slam,
that
we're gonna
one.
move towards circle in between those two rebels here, and get pushed back between them. We gotta move away from range or from melee though.
The movement speed.
Walk out. not touch
Movement
range.
speed stuff being paired with the
We're gonna take our rebel
potency
left range.
conduit would
Left,
be
left, left,
interesting. I don't know that there's going to be a
We'll
ton
be
of
walking
value
through
in
rebel for
them,
the charge. It's okay. I'll keep
but
us
I
up.
could also see there could be situations maybe where it ends up actually
Make sure we're
being
walking if we have
surprisingly
chain
strong
fence.
or very
We're
good.
walking.
Range, creep back into this little diamond spot. We're gonna have to be
Okay.
here for the slam.
Melee, I want us to go over to where the range is right now. Towards orange.
Surprised we don't have enough DPS. It looks like we're just not we should be
Okay, really
basically
pump the boss,
killing
something
it
you got.
there. I mean, your
Can
boy
we
was
Beerus
dead,
Pumper if we have it?
so
Move right, Melee.
no. But I'm just kidding. I feel like we just had him lower last
Cal-
time.
The right range, to the right range. A little to the right again. We get another rebel, we're going... actually, we're coming right back to where we came from.
Watch out
If
for
he
rebel,
if he
Melee.
has like 1.5 million health left, and we wipe, I think I would have been the difference of us getting the kill or not. If
Range
Sarah
move
killed
out,
me.
range move out.
I don't think we'll be that close though. I mean, he's gonna kill
We got a
us
spot
already.
right on moon.
Purplish shot if you can. Okay. On the boss. Okay, it's the same thing. It's close, just early deaths. As well. It's still like it's looking really good. It's way better than it was last week. Hey coach, are you there?
Yeah.
What's the the healing absorb thing you get like a cheat death? What is that?
So that's the new Soulbind for Necro. So, like what happened there is Sarah ran the opposite way, so chains killed me like instantly. But then I go into this like immortal phase for 10 seconds where I can't be healed, but I also take no damage. But then in 10 seconds I just die.
Okay, so I shouldn't try to heal you during that.
No, yeah. Don't try and heal
Okay,
me. It's
good
like it's just like a 10 second.
You, by the way.
What?
No, melee can't be linked with ranged.
No, I got linked with him.
He died a minute before you got linked to someone else who didn't die due to probably, I think maybe Jay.
No, I killed Coach.
I was linked with Saren.
Yeah.
Really? Who the hell did I kill?
Well, you didn't kill anyone because they had cheat death. I think it was Jay or someone with pod.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's okay. That happens sometimes. That it gets a little bit tough if everyone's on the same page. Obviously, one person runs the wrong direction, you just instantly kill each other. But we'll be good. We'll get it. We'll get it this time.
Like,
we're really close.
The boss is so close. If we don't have early deaths, or if we have like everyone up, like the thing's gonna fall over.
If everyone's padding.
Yes, take a flask.